and friends. Scarbeus Laurie.
Hello.
Philip Rhodes.
Hi.
Matt.
Hello.
And Valley Mike.
I mean,
I was trying to find I was trying to introduce somebody in a different manner. Like, I got to Phil, realized he doesn't have a username that, like, or at least he doesn't have a YouTube channel, so I couldn't introduce him by that, and immediately my mind just went blank. Not gonna lie. That's how smart I am.
The way you kind of introduced us, it kind of made me sound like Scarbeus was actually part of my real name. It's like, what? What? No.
Maybe it is.
I mean,
yeah, maybe it is.
Why don't you change your name then?
Maybe I should.
Sandwich.
I'm eating scruffies.
Alright.
You have the demo.
Good to go. My stream is up and running. Completely fine. So, in that case, assuming everybody else is good, we'll actually start. Oh my god, my camera. I moved too much. Sorry about this.
Those technical difficulties we weren't going to have.
Yeah, it's because I move about a lot when I speak. So, like, I had my camera set up really nicely and then just ruined everything because I'm a dick.
I do have a habit of like drifting to the left and right because on my camera it's not a problem because I have my camera in widescreen. On your guys' streams, you cut off the edges of my camera and try to just get me in the middle. So I'm guessing it breaks all the time.
Probably, but I only care. People only need to see me. They don't need to see you, Mike. So you're not important.
Yeah.
So why even bother with the cameras in the first place?
I am the most important
I am
part
a professional, Phil.
I'm a very important part of the team.
At the moment, Beanie's head is like in the top left-hand corner of the... Yeah, oh, he's gone. Yeah,
it's like
bye.
Up here for me.
All right. Anyway, I was actually in my screen the entire time there. Like, I'm kind of zoomed out of mine, unfortunately. But
I have to move you around so much.
Actual D&Ds while you're sorting out. So, last time in Out of the Abyss, I don't want to say heroes. Travelers of the Underdark.
Occupants.
Intrepid travelers.
Occupants of the Underdark.
Occupants of the Underdark, that's a good one. Our occupants of the Underdark. Companions with a group of escaped slaves from the Drow outpost of Vulcanvale?
I think it's Vulcanvale.
Vulcanvale.
Have been wandering the Underdark, fleeing from their previous Drow masters. As they've been travelling, they've talked amongst the group, and one of their group, a Kuotoan, a very unusual Kuotoan by the name of Shushar, has recommended that the group visit a Kuotoan settlement known as Sloopledoop, in the hopes of maybe getting a boat or at least information or equipment to help them throughout the Underdark. And as such, they've been traveling for the last 7 sleep cycles. I don't want to say days or nights because you technically don't know. Like, you're really finding it hard to judge them at this point with no sunlight above you. They've been traveling for this time, come across a few things, such as a drow outpost, a stalagmite, in which a outpost had been fitted that they wouldn't have even noticed had the door not been left open by its previous tenants, which seemed to be more goblinoid than drow. They have come across a long set of caverns filled with bones of ginormous creatures, none of which seem to be recognized by any amongst the group, except for various thin theories and guesses. Most recently, they camped out and were beset by an army of little, or actually fairly large, beetle creatures. About 15 creatures ran as a tide at the group, attempting to devour them as they slept. However, the group fought valiantly and the beetles were crushed and thrown into the river at the side.
Didn't somebody die? Or am I just thinking that?
No. The orc did die, yeah.
It's worth mentioning during the journeys, one member of the crew, a grumpy orc with a very
grumpy,
very high temper, unfortunately got a little angered at the group. Got angered by Flint the dwarf, who he then attempted to attack. However, although Flint was willing to forgive this and attempt to take him down non-lethally, the paladin of the group, Renlin, fought hard and instead decided no, this was he had his chances, and he was not only killed, he was burst apart through divine. He was obliterated.
To be fair, he talked a big game. I thought he could take it.
He was just a base off.
I'd say it's his own fault, really. Not only could he start it, he couldn't take it. So there you go.
This is starting to sound like victim blaming, Mike. I mean,
It is. He's an orc.
All I'm saying is, it's a good job you've not taken your oath yet.
So, as we rejoin our player characters, they have just finished the night's rest after having woke up in the middle of the night to fight these beetles, and then having gone back to sleep after fighting them, leaving people on watch to make sure nothing else beset them during the night. You, as far as you know, according to what Shushaw's told you, you should reach Sloopledoop before the next sleep. Are any of you wanting to do anything in this morning before you set forth?
So is this the morning after the fight with the beetles?
Yeah, I'd imagine.
I'm just going to check on Stool then.
Mm-hmm.
Can we see the map, by the way, for the combat area, which I think should still be as is?
Can do. Where are we? Cracked mud. This is more the Redmond counter map than anything. This is obviously not really how it looks like. All that's really the same is the river and the area.
Yes, the boats. But I've been reliably informed this is going quite well.
Well, you've not died yet, so who knows?
Or have we?
Yet.
Depends how you define died.
Plot twist, this is lost. You're all dead all along.
We've rolled a lot of die, if that counts.
So,
True.
what are you doing? Anybody want you to do? Sorry, you checked on Stool. Stool was a little shaken after the fight. He did wake up to basically find one of the creatures attempting to devour, literally taking a chunk out of him.
Did happen.
No, he didn't. No, it was Cabal who got a chunk out of him that the beetles didn't like. Sorry.
I thought he got attacked.
He did get attacked, but he didn't get hit.
Yeah.
One of the beetles did attack him, and this did wake up Stool, who got basically the fright of his life waking up there. He has basically he's always been kept himself close to Cabal. That night after that, he was actually touching you as he slept. Like he was basically pressed up against you. Not, God damn it. Like he was pressed up against you for the feeling of comfort there. Like he is.
Yeah.
Just the feeling of comfort.
A little kid. Like you wake up in the morning. He is. As soon as you go to talk to him, he does that pop, and immediately you're covered with spores. Has a few people nearby.
The way you wake up.
Which at the time happens to be, we'll say Flint, Sarith, and Prince Derendil happen to be nearby during this time.
Before we go any further, has anyone got that totally legal, absolutely, I swear, gov link to that tools page?
Yes.
The 5th edition tools. Because I've still not bookmarked it because I'm smart.
It's probably because that totally legit tools thing has changed URL a few times.
No, I mean, it's so legit it keeps bouncing around.
It's so legit that you can't decide on one name for it.
It's in fact too legit to quit, so there you go.
I've posted it in the Skype chat.
Yeah, I saw that. Thanks.
What are you saying, Stool?
I'll just basically reassure him, make sure he's okay.
He still seems a bit in shock, like even after a night's sleep, like he is.
Yeah.
You can tell he's probably tired. He probably didn't sleep the rest of the full night, like after that. But he seems okay, and he seems to just want to, as long as he can stay near you, he thinks he'll be okay. Like you're his protector right now. You're his big brother.
Right.
Well, you're very much taking on that role, it would seem.
Well, yeah. Already doing that anyway, wasn't I?
I was going to say, consciously or not. So,
I mean, yeah.
Anybody else do anything?
Nope. Good to go.
No. Good for to leave.
We'll all rest, so we'll all be on full health. So.
Are we rested
That's a good point.
healed and such?
Yeah, I won't have my temp HP anymore, will I?
I'm guessing I'd look to see if there's any fungus or any sort of anything that I can get for food.
For what it's worth, we'll say it's taken into account that like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and all that kind of stuff is taken into account whenever you do your day's scavenging, rather than.
Okay.
So we're not
cool.
going over it every day. But yeah, for what it's worth, Flint kind of moves around the cavern. You actually find in the riverbed itself there is some. You can kind of reach in and pluck out some fungus that looks edible. Like this fungus actually doubles as water as well, due to its underwater growth. It's basically a very thin, fleshy substance still underwater.
Moist.
So I don't freeze my hand off.
You don't. It's not freezing cold water.
No, I meant more the mushroom.
Oh, the mushroom? No, you don't. You don't. You're not in that area anymore. So
I mean, it seems easy when everyone else does it.
Everyone else isn't incompetent. I mean, what?
It's got a point.
Yeah,
right.
if everyone else was incompetent, wait.
Okay.
Not smart
So
enough.
you travel out of this cavern. It only takes you less than an hour, you think, before the cavern itself ends. The river that has been running alongside you all this time starts to widen to the point where the path itself probably thins to about 4 feet wide, and then the river runs into what looks to be a immensely large lake. Even those of you with dark vision cannot see the edges of this lake. Like, it goes on basically as a 180 in front of you.
Ooh.
It is just lake.
I think I know where this is.
You can see to your right, over the river, there is another path that seems to lead on. Shushar, who has been under the water this entire time in the river, actually pops out on that side of the river and gestures for you to follow.
By any chance,
I
Beanie, is
follow.
this the picture that we've seen before? The
No.
painting you once showed me.
No.
Okay.
That is that. I think that painting was just a. I'm not. No, it wasn't. That description entirely was just made up on the spot.
Oh, okay.
I realised that you spent a lot of time just using a lot of extra words to say the word no, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was no.
I was trying to think of the picture he was talking about. I think I know which one you're meaning.
I follow him through the water.
Follow through the water. Okay.
Is he not on land?
He's on the
On
other
the
side of
other
the
end of
river.
the water.
Oh, he's on
Like,
the
you
other
have
side
to
of the river.
to get to him. You probably have to cross over about 80 foot of water, which actually means that none of you can really see him. Although Jim Jar and a few of the other denizens that you're traveling with have larger dark vision sight, so they point it out to you and tell you that seems to be the way to go.
We have to cross water. I'll get soaked.
Is it?
Is there no other way around?
I'll ask. Was it Shushar?
Yeah,
Shushar.
So you're going to shout across this river?
Does there look like there's a bridge anywhere, or just in the?
You've not
area?
passed one, and right now the river, like the entire time you've been traveling alongside this river, there's been no bridge, and now it's basically leading into a lake. Like, there is no.
Does the river look
You could
fast moving?
possibly
or
walk.
anything?
There's a what?
Does it look like it's fast moving or deep or?
There's not a huge current in it, but you can't tell how deep it is. Like, this is a very clear water, which means that actually it makes it exceptionally hard to see the depth of it.
Did anyone
I don't know
respond
if
to
you
my
haven't looked
comment?
into clear water, but
Wait,
sorry. Jim Jard just says, grow up here. We've got to cross the river to get where we're going. That's just how it is. And he immediately just starts walking into the water.
I say, of course, this is foolish, stalling for time, and just jump in.
I'll recast light
wearing
on
full
my
armor.
shield.
Mhm.
I'll put my mace away, presumably I'll have had it just at hand or something.
Yep.
Shield in one hand, and I'll pick stool up on the other. And can I just like put him on my head or something?
Yeah.
And then I'll just walk in.
Is Renan and Flint going in as well?
Yeah, I'll just go.
I
Dirty my
I'll wait.
I was the
cloak.
first one to
and I
say
just-
I was going through the water.
Sorry.
You
Yeah.
wanted to do it before it was cool.
Sorry, you're right, Matt. That was so long ago. This lot delayed so long that I'd forgot. The rest of the group all go in with little bits of hesitation, like Topsy, the male Svirfneblin twin, hesitates a bit, but Turvey is able to convince him to go. Sorry, it's been a week. I'm forgetting names.
It's been 2 weeks.
Sarith, the stool. Sarith, the drow. He hesitates a little as well, but kind of puts his head up and starts moving into the water. Darendil kind of stands at the side, like, harumphs a few times as if trying to make it seem, this is far too dirty for such a higher-born creature like him, and then notices that everybody else has gone ahead of him and goes, actually, and moves into the water. For the most part, you're all able to either swim or basically just walk along the bottom. In Stool's case, Stool and Cabolt's case, it's almost a situation where Cabolt is walking completely under the water the entire time, but Stool, being sat on his head, is just poking his head out at the top of the water. So there's like
cool.
the people on the side, you can just see like Stool basically going across the water.
He's so good at swimming.
However, it's only about 80
Stool
feet to
does
get to the
indeed
other side.
float, apparently.
Oh,
To get to the other side and climb out of the water to be stood on the shore next to your Kyotoan buddy Shushar, who just looks at you and says, "This is the Dark Lake. Sloop the doop is that way," and he points behind him along the path that you've just climbed onto. Shall I stay submerged?
We're getting near the town. I suggest you just lead the way on foot.
Okay. And he just kind of nods his head slowly, then turns around and starts plodding along his relatively...
I'm bent over, catching my breath, and like, do that! Can't breathe underwater.
For what it's worth, in your armor, you probably had the hardest time down there. Like
Exactly, yeah. This is why I'm now breathing. Was that? Sorry?
Flint's not wearing armor, is he?
Flint is wearing no armor.
Yeah. So yeah, in that case, Renlin, you had the biggest struggle under there. You're underwater trying to do the Pirates of the Caribbean, walk on the shore.
Renlin Kamar, sorry.
Sorry, Kamar, sorry.
I was going to say.
You basically did Pirates of the Caribbean thing along the bottom of the river, and everybody passed you. Like you were just watching, like bubbles going through your mouth, and everybody just overtook you.
I also just stop and look at him halfway through, just like, what's the big deal?
As I say, I'm catching my breath for quite some time when I get to the shore.
Yes. You probably take a bit of time as well in that case with the heavy weight.
Yeah,
like the weight definitely makes it easier to be on the floor, but also true. So you break the shore and follow Shushar along it for a while. You're journeying for another 3 to 5 hours, maybe.
Bloody hell!
When let's have a look.
Let's have a look at my monster sheets.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Monster sheets.
Well,
like the monster mash, but one
and Cobalt. You both hear the sounds of waves lapping against something, as if something is moving on the lake within maybe 100 to 200 feet of you. It looks like a few members of your group have also noticed this. Specifically, sorry, I lost it. Jimjar and Eldif both stop and kind of stare at the water, as does Shushar.
I make sure that there's somebody in between me and the lake.
I'll just politely ask Shushar if he knows what that might be. And I'll also just kind of put my hand up to kind of indicate everyone behind me at the very least should stop.
He is currently looking into the water and says, "Many creatures live in," and at which point you start to notice a dark shape appearing on the edges of your vision. This would only be the people of dark. Actually, no. This would actually be Shushar speaking to you if you doesn't notice this, but Eldif and Jimjar both suddenly go into almost ready positions, reaching for their weapons. And you hear Eldif say, "A boat!"
A boat?
A boat? Is she Canadian?
What are you talking about?
Who's on the boat? Can you see? Presumably I can't.
She says, "It's too far away, but it's getting closer." At which point Jimjar says, "Aye, but I'd place 10 gold. It's nothing but trouble."
I just sort of slightly say to Cobalt, say, "Hey, turn off your light."
I turn off the light.
The beasts have blinded us! Swarms!
Oh my god, I literally just said that out loud.
You did. Presumably you would have heard I was going to turn
Yeah, but you're trying to do it quietly.
Give me 1 second just to quickly draw an area here.
Draw some darkness.
Sorry for the. I know somebody hates this color.
I cast magic missile at the darkness.
You hit the darkness.
Damn it, that's not what I meant.
I don't have magic missile.
Is that the one?
I don't think.
I should probably double check what spells I actually have.
Tends to
Alright.
help. Actually, what spells have I got prepared at the moment?
There we go.
That would help.
I mean, I've not changed what I've got prepared, so it doesn't matter if I don't know what they are. It's just they're there. Oh
Okay,
yeah,
so-
that's what I've got.
The black is the wall of the cavern. The blue is obviously the dark lake.
Oh, to the right, yeah.
You
To the right
can.
of our-
You're not sure how deep the dark lake is, or how quickly it gets deep. Like you don't know if you can step into it a few feet or whatever. You've not really.
We're traveling east or
nobody said
west?
that yet.
Are you trying to
So-
tell us it's too dark
You're traveling east.
in the dark
Travelling
lake?
east. It is dark in the dark lake, strangely, and
That
with
is
the light
strange.
above the surface of the water, it kind of reflects in a way that makes it hard to see underneath it.
Just shifting everyone over.
Yeah,
Just go
thank
place
you.
yourselves.
I'll let you guys organise the
Sorry, which way were we walking?
place the first person here. So if Shushar is leading, then he is there.
Oh, okay.
Place yourselves behind him.
And we're
Just
heading
because then we've got some of the map on the right and some of the map on the left, if we need it.
Makes
Roger,
sense.
roger.
Right, just excuse me while I lengthen this map a little because. Alright.
What's he doing in there?
I was
decided to dig a
moving us
tunnel.
around.
That's quite a large lake.
It's a very big lake.
Hmm.
Do you actually think we're going to need that amount of lake?
Well, right now the boat is 120 foot away from you.
It's a long way. That's fair.
And the boat will say,
Uh,
sure, this works.
I'm assuming something like that.
Actually, Mike, would you be near Phil?
Oh,
Seeing as
sweet
Phil's
Jesus!
got light. Oh, what?
It's a boat. It's a boat. It's gonna be big, guys. Don't be surprised that I've
That
made
is
it
More
a
a case of
monstrous looking
that's
boat.
representative of the boat.
Abominable
We're not actually
snowman.
about to fight
Yeah.
an abominable snowman.
Actually, I can't believe I missed this chance.
Actually, we need to.
Sorry. Yeah. You're right. You're right, Phil. I was
Oh,
right.
is it a mimic?
Hmm. The fuck is that?
If anybody knows D&D lore, then that will scare the shit out of them.
An avalanche.
Nah, that's fine. I'd rather be perfectly honest. I'd rather fight that than the abominable snowman.
Fair enough.
I do
It's
not
probably
know
the
what that
scariest
is.
thing you could encounter. It's probably basically
It
the
is.
scariest
Oh, an
thing you could
aboleth.
encounter in the
Okay.
Dark.
The Underdark.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Intellect.
Either way.
Intellect devourers.
In this case, I can promise you, it is signifying the boat, not an actual aboleth.
Yeah, because if
Um,
it was, I'd just be like, you know what, GG, just gonna disconnect right
You know
now.
what? I'm just gonna re-roll my character now.
What are you guys doing?
Like fighting Cthulhu, like you will lose. Don't try.
Not as much.
I
no,
can't see,
but-
so I'm just gonna say, I'll be trying to keep an ear out, but I'll just say, it may be best for us to continue quietly if we can. Just keep an eye on them as we go.
Well, I did shout that thing I shouted, so
Really?
Did you really?
that's because I didn't. Well, you're not
You would've
close
heard
enough
us.
for me to hear
Yeah.
that.
I'm not-
okay,
I'm not
it was-
like-
if you said it loud
I'm
enough
whispering
to.
really quiet.
I
I
thought
just,
you
I
were
just said it like
whispering,
lowly
which
as
is
like,
why.
turn off
Okay.
your light.
That's fine. I don't shout that thing then.
At which point, you hear Jim Jar say, "I don't think that'll help. They're still heading this way, and the creatures down here are much like to be able to see in the dark than you are. So, might not be a bad idea to keep that up for yourself and your friends."
I just kind of, I turn to where Renlin was and just say, "Do you have any objection to that?"
No, I was just thinking maybe they wouldn't be able to see us as well, but they can
I'll-
see us
I'll
anyway.
cast
Then
light again then.
Okay. As you cast the spell, now it's actually within. Now people are starting to. People with dark vision are starting to just see it on the edges of their vision. Like you can see this dark silhouette about maybe 20, 30 feet across. You can't see how wide it is. Actually, what you think you can see is the. Actually, no. You'd be able to see it maybe 10 foot wide. You can't see how long it is. You can see the bow of the ship, the bow of this boat heading towards you. You can't see any figures on it at the moment.
I
I
don't
will
have-
just say, perhaps we should have weapons at hand.
I'm assuming I always had mine out, but if I didn't, I draw them.
Well, it's just in case anyone didn't.
How fast is it coming at us at the moment?
Right now, it's almost like it's just drifting towards you, like maybe 10 foot around.
So it's not in a kind of, okay, we should probably get out of the way. It's going to crash into and kill all of us, sort of speed.
Yeah, it's not coming right.
It's not going to kill you if it crashes into you.
Well, I'm just thinking if it
speed. That's okay.
If it kept going, would it actually just like hit the land right there?
It actually it looks like it's heading straight towards you. Like you can't see anybody on it though.
How fast is it moving?
About 10 foot around.
Okay, so like in real terms, is that like it's coming right at us, or is that like super slowly?
It's almost like it's just drifting. Like there's no, you can't see any oars paddling away. There's obviously no, there's not really any wind down here, so there's no sails or anything catching. Sorry, I'm just double checking the radius of light. 20 foot and 20 foot. Okay.
I mean, I can't see it.
20 and 20.
Cobalt and Kamar, you can't actually see it right now.
Yeah.
In that case, I will continue moving forward.
Everybody else is kind
30
of
30 feet. Yeah, 30 feet.
Everybody else is kind
Since
of
I can't really see it, I just sort of hunker in behind shield, ready for the oncoming battle.
Okay.
I'm
just taking everyone else's word for it.
What was that, Phil?
I just keep an ear out, try and see if I hear anyone shouting anything or something.
At this point, its silhouette has completely broke through the sightline of the dark vision that people have. So Flint and Renlin, you two can both see this is very much a boat. You can see maybe one figure on the back of the boat, kind of controlling its direction, but you can't see anybody else.
What sort of figure is this? Can we not tell? Because it's just like is it an outline or?
This is on the edge of your vision right now, so you can't make out what it is. It's not a big figure. It's about maybe your size, maybe a little bulky, but you can't quite tell. I just need to check one thing. I'll be with you.
I don't particularly like this.
Don't worry, nothing's going to go hideously wrong.
Oh, that's okay.
It's going to go wrong, just not hideously wrong.
Yeah,
as long as it only goes
go
mostly
wrong.
wrong.
We've got Kamar with us.
Hi.
Yeah, he is going to be a bit of a liability.
I'll have you know, I'm quite combat effective. Murdered that orc good.
Yeah,
You
that's
did.
kind of the problem here.
Just don't murder our own team good. Murder them good.
Everybody
started it.
Everybody who is watching and looking out at this can roll me a perception check. Which I think everybody's watching.
Oh
watching
yeah.
for this, so you're more than welcome to.
Does
And
it count the
this is
people?
people with light. This is Red, Cobalt, and Kamar can make this as well.
Oh, okay.
So wait, what am I rolling? Sorry, perception.
Perception, if you
Perception.
keep an eye out.
2! Yeah!
Hey.
Give me 2
Yeah, 2.
seconds.
What did I get?
Remember your numbers. Like I've got to do some stuff on my end as well. So.
Perception is wisdom, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, I'm proficient. Yay.
That's not bad.
I'm proficient. Still got 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
No,
yeah,
me,
sure.
me and you, Mike.
I'll do it. Yeah. We got
Don't
this.
worry,
Like
actually.
the people who are least capable of
Basically,
seeing it.
anyone except Matt.
I see nothing.
He
Would I create
sees
a
it so
character
bad.
who doesn't have perceptiveness?
I've
Proficiency
got
even.
perception. I've got perception proficiency.
He sees everything so bad that he stops us from seeing it.
It's just my wisdom
Well,
score's 8.
you've got a -1 wisdom then.
Yeah.
So it balances out to like a +1, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Yes.
So I got 2 total.
Yeah. I mean, who needs intelligence? Am I right?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
What's the difference?
Apparently, Mike.
The joke is I'm not good at either of them.
All right.
That's the point. For a paladin, your charisma's just basically been hating people this entire game.
I don't think I actually have
That's perfectly
charisma.
reasonable use of
Uh,
charisma.
I have 14 charisma. Okay.
So,
You should have good charisma. You're a paladin.
I looked at the paladin spells. Fuck all of them require you to actually roll anything.
Your smites and things work off charisma though.
Huh?
I believe.
No, they don't. They're just extra damage on your next attack. They
But
don't.
they usually,
do
a lot of them have saves that
so
are based
Yeah,
on the
it'll be-
charisma.
Which is
It'll
why
be
I've got
save the
14
charisma.
charisma. Like I didn't abandon it, but I just prioritized strength and con.
Which is
That's
fair.
fair.
can everybody roll me initiatives?
Did we actually see anything though? First of all.
Well, that'll be sorted
Okay,
after
we'll
you
get
roll
to it then.
initiatives. Like,
Okay. Initiative.
Oh,
Hey.
It's not
I
awful.
suppose we've got advantage on this.
Wait, do we?
oh,
I don't know. I'm trying for it.
Mm-hmm.
No, unless you're a ranger and you've not told me anything about that.
I can't believe when I asked Ranger, I forgot every session I had advantage on initiative.
It took me a while with Valen, my Saturday character, before I started keeping on top of it.
Although,
And you know,
then it
before he died.
died. And then it died.
Yeah.
My baby Valen, he got killed by babies.
Girl Scouts got to him, man.
Oh, they were
Scouts
worse
was
than
all
Girl
wrong.
Scouts.
Hey, Valen was right. Everything was a conspiracy.
Was it though?
Also, this means nothing to our viewers, obviously. But...
Yeah.
Obviously not. Girl Scout cookies, man. Girl Scouts.
Scouts.
Girl Scouts all along.
One massive.
Bloody hell. Someone just
So I'm
crashed.
doing the behind-the-scenes micromanagement here. I will be with you shortly.
Too much micromanagement.
Yep, too much micromanagement. Okay, come on.
And
What'd you
also
get?
not enough micromanagement.
On initiative, 3.
Come on.
Initiative was 15.
Renlin
18.
and Flynn.
13.
Okay, unlucky for some.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where are we? I need you guys. You guys. Totally professional. I know what I'm doing. Had this prepared all along. Renlin, what's your initiative modifier?
Oh, hang on a sec.
Odd question.
Well, not really.
Someone
But-
died.
+3.
Okay. In that case, it is
It just-
18.
It just means someone else
15.
rolled an 18.
Kamal, what's your initiative modifier?
+1.
14, 13, 12, 10, 9, 7, 5.
DM's job is never easy, just to bear that in mind.
He's also
Nope.
giving us a perfect idea of how many other things there are.
Yeah, well, to be fair, most of that was you guys and the NPCs. Like, that was mostly NPCs.
NPCs. Forgot about those.
So,
There are 9
what'd you, get in your
NPCs.
what'd you get in your perception, Renlin?
22.
22.
He's disappointed now. It's like,
No.
oh,
You see these. You
plural.
see
I don't like it.
what seem to be shapes in the water very near to the shore. In fact, you see them just as they're about to burst out of the water. There are 8 Kyotoans bearing down on you. Like, you are not surprised as you
Kyotoans?
see them coming.
They're like
Kyotoan,
fishing
these
down
fish
on 'em.
people. They almost like humanoid fish, the same things that Shushar is. Give me a second, I'll put some tokens on.
Yeah.
Oh, joy.
Oh dear.
We
So,
were kind of expecting this, to be fair.
While I'm assuming it's a giant pain in the ass, is there a way of making it so only one player sees stuff? That you
one
put on
player
there?
sees stuff.
Yeah, like if you wanted to, could you make it so only Laurie could see these because only
Uh,
Laurie's.
I
tokens don't-
believe so. However, these are
If-
bursting forth. This was more to see, like, I wasn't expecting these guys to also get such a high initiative. This was to see if you guys can react to them, like if you see them. This is their surprise round, basically.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Like-
wondering.
7.
So 5, 7, and also one of you guys. Where are we?
Oh, that means there's also something that isn't a Quotoan.
No, they're all
Question mark.
Kyotoans.
Oh, there we go.
This one's a monitor.
Guilty Spark, don't you know?
They look adorable.
Tail-wielding
They are
spears and
adorable.
nets as they leap from the water, getting their nets ready as if to throw them at you. Very much
Fucking
Murlocs.
Murlocs.
Do I get
Alright.
to act in the surprise round because I see them?
You
but
saw
they
them
look
all,
so
so you get to act
exactly-
in the surprise
Yeah,
round.
just get him. Yeah.
So what are you doing? They are very much aggressive towards you. You can tell from how they're approaching.
Wait,
Like,
if
the
it's
boat seems to be a distraction to these things popping out of the water and ambushing you.
Now,
if you get an action surprise around because you saw them, I got a nat 20 and got 22 for the perception.
That's on your
That's
initiative.
more
Like, take
letting
it into account
you
on your
act.
initiative. Like, this is still reacting to them, so to speak.
The
Carry on.
point is, if you got a high enough perception, you're not surprised in this round.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
do I get a full round's worth of action?
You get basically an action.
Oh, just
However,
one?
Being a surprise round, they are, yeah. But being a surprise round, sometimes I let you do a little more, depending on what you want to do. Like,
Okay.
just tell me what you want to do.
If you go in by 5th ed, the way it works is there's technically no surprised round. There's the surprised condition, which lasts until your first turn in combat.
There must be a surprise round because there's a feat that allows you to act in the surprise round.
Yeah.
No, there's a feat that means you can't be surprised.
Is it? Oh, right.
That's alert, isn't it?
Either way, this is a.
Yeah,
this
if
is a
I only
roll
get
I'm Pathfinder. I like the
That's
surprise
fine.
round.
It's a similar sort of idea. It's just, yeah.
It's just a little different.
If I only get one action, then I'll run over here and say, "Watch out in the water."
Okay. In that case, Renlin's turn to their turn. They burst from the water, each one of them throwing a net at a target.
Don't throw a net. She's only small, but leave her be.
Actually, let's see how we're doing.
Actually, going to throw Fred instead.
So there's going to be.
Funny thing about nets, as written, they don't really work properly.
As in, like, as an item.
As in, if you throw them in melee range, you get disadvantage on the attack because you're making a ranged attack in melee range. But if you try to throw them any further than that, you get disadvantage on the attack because you're outside of the first range increment.
Yeah.
Well,
no, it's 5 feet, so I'm going to say that as long as there is a square between you and them, it's fine. Just because.
Yeah, no, that's what I'd say because it's just stupid otherwise.
Mm-hmm. So, as you're surprised, there is one that is thrown at Sarith. I'm
actually more worried about the boat itself.
Well,
the captain's going to jump off and basically just eat everybody.
Sarah's been netted, or like at least attempted to. Like, okay, see ya.
A net lands on Sarith and seems to entangle him. There is a net thrown at Elvis.
I know, right?
This net.
Legs at the ready.
Instead seems to actually catch in his arm and doesn't actually. He seems unable to throw it as it catches, and instead just kind of goes a foot and then drops.
A net, please, a time and a place.
Another one goes for Kamar. That's a 17, which is a. You've got your shield out.
My AC is 18.
It's first, yeah. It's fair to say you've got your shield out. So you basically, at the last second, you react to this, go, whoa, and instead bring your shield up. It kind of catches the net around your arm, your shield, but in a way so that basically it's just tying your shield to your arm. Like, it's not going to be annoying in the battle. It's just if anything, it's going to mean you can't be disarmed with your shield.
The fools are doing nothing but improving me.
Another net is thrown at you at the same time, being a big beefy target. This one, however, lands on the floor in front of you as you step back. A net goes for Prince Derendil and hits him, catching around him. 18.
What that?
Let's just put incapacitated.
Oh, he did them all the same initiative, right? Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of them, so I didn't bother to
no, that's
roll
fine.
separately.
That's cool.
Oh dear.
There'll be another one. This one's also going to go for Kamar. Like, you're a big target. Like, it makes sense they try and take you down. He fails the net landing between you and him, actually catching on Derendil, who is kind of doing circles now. He's wrapped up in a net, like very unsure of what to do. One goes for Flint. You, however, just stand there as it lands on the floor between you and him, closer to him than you. And one goes for Shushar. That's cocked. And that's going to hit. Yeah, that's going to hit. So Shushar is also caught in that. For what it's worth, those people basically just have the grappled condition, and actually I'm not fully sure how it works. I'm going to say they have disadvantage on any attacks as well, just because it makes sense in my mind they would.
Grappled means they can't move, basically.
I know, but as I've said before, I hate the grappled rule. It makes no sense to me.
Also,
I feel like
nets make them restrained, which I believe means they can't take actions.
Oh yeah, the target is restrained, you're right. So yeah, you are correct.
Yeah, they can't do anything other than try and free themselves, I believe it is.
Yeah, I can double check that. In fact, it is not your turn, Sarif. Trying to sneak in much higher initiative than you have. Come on! What was your perception check?
22 or a nat 20.
In that case, you saw all of these as it was happening as well. So you were not surprised you can act against any of them.
So you're saying you get like one action?
Yeah. Or if I'm feeling nice and what you say would make for a good narrative, I might allow a little more.
All right. Well, I was just gonna probably hit the guy in front of me.
Okay.
You can quite clearly see basically all of these.
Yep.
Sorry, I forgot to say this as well. As they burst forth, they all started crying various things. You hear cries of "For the father!" and "For Jimmy
What?
The way these creatures speak, it very much is like a fish out of water. It is very glub glub glub. It is very almost like the words are escaping in bubbles. Like it's very hard for me to actually do an accent.
It's like for all father wobble wobble wobble.
It's like as they're speaking, they're also doing that gurgling thing in their mouth. You know, when you're rinsing your mouth out in the morning after brushing your teeth.
The Murlocs, gotcha.
Very much.
Yeah.
So, Mike, what are you doing?
I shout, stand fast against the bestial hordes, and then die scum of some description.
You're gonna die.
Fish, not beasts.
Smack that guy in the face.
Okay. Number 5, gotcha. Roll your attack.
Oh man.
Oh dear.
You swing, but as the extra weight on your shield from the net kind of throws you off balance, and instead your flail goes high as the creature ducks below it, actually partially submerged in the water. Derendil.
They're like, guys, he's swinging above the water. We're underwater. What does he think he's gonna hit?
Who knows?
Derendil, seemingly, actually not surprised. The monitor, his stealth check was shite, so Derendil does manage to act. He instead, however, now with a net around him, seems to shuffle around and is very. And instead, you hear him roar as he basically tenses all his muscles and attempts to break free of the net in a very bestial and unlike him manner. And that is probably going to do it, but I'll just double check. Little cheat sheets.
I don't see Derendil as the sort of character who would just rip himself out of a net.
Exactly. This is you've not seen.
He's a barbarian. He's actually a barbarian.
However, he roars and he does just tense his muscles, bring his arms back, and with a bit of struggle, the net rips and he is free as he lets loose a roar, saliva blowing from his mouth in the direction.
Oh.
In all fairness, here's whatever those things are.
Yeah.
They're quite
He's an elf.
No, he's a quelf.
Totally an elf. Flynn, your turn.
He's a werewolf.
2.
You did not see these things as they're in the water. They've just burst out and surprised you. Basically, you can see them. You can see them now, obviously, but this is still as they're throwing their nets. Like they are surprising you. You were looking at the boat. Jim Jar.
I turned to them. I'm surprised.
Jim Jar hops backwards. Well, I was wrong. It wasn't the boat that brought the trouble. And he is going to bring out his little hand crossbow and shoot at Kyoto number 6. Actually, no, he's going to shoot at Kyoto number 5.
Yeah, 1.
Focusing targets. He's getting smart.
His crossbow, seemingly in the panic of the surprise attack, he actually fumbles a bit and instead shoots a little too early as he's bringing crossbow up, and instead it ricochets off the floor right near Sarah's foot, and you hear him go, "Oh, sorry about that, friend."
As he's wrapped up in a net.
As he's wrapped up in a net, yeah.
Oh my!
It's not a good day for Sarah.
Is any day a good day for Sarah?
Just got to double check. It doesn't say. Damn it. Where are we? So I was just checking things. 2 seconds. So many notes, and it's hard to find one little bit of information. Okay. Turvey, the male of the Swerve Devlins, I'm pretty sure I said that the way around earlier today, but I've checked my notes, that's actually how it is. Turvey sees these bursting forth, and he isn't taken by surprise, it would seem, but he does kind of back into a corner, brings out his little hammer, or mining pick even, and just backs up more in a defensive stance for himself than anything else. He doesn't look like he's going to rush forward and attack them anytime soon. Gupido is still staring at the boat. The Kyotoans burst forth, and he's still stood there staring at the boat, saying, "I think there's something on the boat. We should probably check that boat. Oh, where are the people?" He was surprised. Stool was not surprised. He saw the monitor.
Stool was not surprised.
However, he only saw the monitor, so as the rest of them burst forth, Stool panics, and just out of complete impulse, there is a bursting of his spores that wrap around everybody from Sarif to Turvey.
Oh god, spores all over the place.
So everybody in that situation is now telepathically connected. For what it's worth. The monitor,
including the Kotoan. Oh gosh.
Is going to...
Yeah.
They will know our secret plans.
What, murder them?
Yeah. How would they have guessed otherwise?
The middle Kyotoan.
How could they know?
This one looks different to the rest. He's not carrying any weapons. He's wearing the fanciest of clothing, although very water-soaked and waterlogged clothing. And he comes from the water and says, Take them for our father!" And moves forwards, and immediately just brings his fist back and punches at Kamar.
I think that guy has daddy issues.
Well, you're about to
capture
fisted
people
by
for
a
daddy.
monitor. Are you about to get fish fisted?
That's one hit, one miss. As he brings his fist forwards, at first he kind of he smashes it into your knee, and you feel the pain as it basically buckles your knee almost inwards. And then he brings his as his arm goes past, he then brings it back and attempts a backhand, but you lift your leg up, and instead his fist goes under it.
How much damage?
I'm just finding that out.
So
you take 6 points of damage.
Is it bludgeoning damage?
It's bludgeoning, it's weapon damage, so you get the DR on it.
Yep.
So that's 3 points of damage.
3 damage, so I didn't hurt that much.
It aches, like... That's a nasty blow.
Still a clang.
Anybody, other than an adventurer. That's not right. That's the wrong.
Have we healed since the last time?
Yeah. You've done a long rest, so yeah. Which
Okay.
actually means you're at the same health.
Yep, exactly the same health.
Yep.
So really, it's like, oh, this feels familiar.
There's a number in my mind right now.
The bug bite.
Yeah. Who would have thought fish fists and bug bites feel exactly the same?
Considering the amount of damage, is it a fish fist or a fish finger?
Yeah. Also, you said that there was 8 of them. Well, you said there was 7 of them. One looked different. No, that they all look the same. There's 8 of the same thing.
Yeah.
They all look the same to me. They all look the same to me.
Topsy.
That's weird then.
She hops forwards in front of between her brother and one of the creatures and brings her mining pick down towards Kyoto number 4. She is not focusing targets as much as just going for the one that she feels is most likely to go for her or her brother. So she swings twice for a war pick, one of which hits. So that's 7 points of damage to Kyoto number 4.
How injured is that one looking?
She's been the most damaging person so far.
I was just saying, how injured does that Quotoa look? Like, did that seem to do a lot of damage? Is he kind of like, it's like, oh, or is he just like, I didn't hurt at all?
The pick kind of digs in. You can see he's bleeding a like purplish blood, it would seem, but he does. He just croaks at her and seems to be carrying on moving. It didn't seem to have put him back.
Doesn't seem phased at all.
It seems phased, but not overly so. Like he's not gonna drop anytime soon. Sarith is he is not surprised, so he lets out a scream and attempts to break free of the
I want
netting.
to break free.
Break free.
And fails.
Good job.
Of course.
10 out of 10.
Eldith, next to Kamar,
5 out of
brings
20.
her mace out and swings at the Kyoto in front of him. Number 5.
10 out of 10.
Would dodge 3 attacks so far. That's going to be a hit. How much damage is that? That would be she's got a shield out, so it's just a D8 damage. She does 1 damage.
Oh, jeez.
And then a second attack misses. God damn.
This is going well.
Are these Quota partially submerged?
Partially, yes. It's not affecting their ACs or anything in any manner.
Good.
Like, it's basically, if you think about it, they've just burst from the water. The ones on the shore may be up to their knees in the water. The ones further away from the shore may be up to their hips a bit higher. Cobalt, what was your perception?
17.
You saw actually, you saw all of them, I believe. No, you 2 of them surprised you, but you still are able to act in this round.
I will shout, Shusha, tell them we mean no harm. And I will take I shall words. I'll make sure I'm in the way of anyone trying to attack Stool.
Pacifist right here.
Ready.
So
I can actually do.
You're basically going to try and convince Stool to move behind you.
Can
like,
well, yeah, that's not really what. Yeah.
Like the only way to do it
I'm
would
thinking
be
literally jumping in the way of one of his attacks, but that's literally a thing fighters get, isn't it?
Yeah.
Style.
Well, actually, if you want to use your action for it, like I'll
that's
say
what it would be. It would be.
Yeah.
I'm essentially readying an action, I suppose.
Yeah. In that case, you're basically doing what fighters can do as a reaction, as an action. So I'll say that's fine. That said, if on the disadvantage they would miss, the disadvantage causes them to miss Stool, they will get an attack on you because that's basically you getting in the way. If that makes sense. Shusha, kind of caught in the net, just kind of not even struggling out of the net, looks to Cobalt and says, "But I think they mean us harm." That's his turn.
Good job.
Can I just
Good
shout,
job.
No fucking shit.
Good job, Peter.
Your turn.
Clearly, you are the smart man of the group.
I'm going to shoot at number 3 with Meldric's Blast. And not do very well. Is that a miss? 8?
8 is a miss, yeah.
This is going well so far.
Fucking shoot shot.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Kyotoans.
Goddamn. The
one on the boat. You all hear a sploosh.
Oh no.
Jumps in the water and goes
no.
to fight.
I know exactly who he's going for. Oh shit.
Yeah, as he bursts out of the water, like he swims very quickly through the water and bursts out about 5-10 feet away from Renlin. The rest of them, now with no nets, step out of the water and start attempting to down their targets.
I'm getting this weird feeling of this is a fight you're supposed to lose. Just getting a vibe.
Why is that?
Because they're not really going for attacks; they're going for nets, and they said take a.
Oh no! Now they've got spares.
Oh okay.
Like they are going for you. The attack. Although actually no, you do notice they are going for, they are going for attacks that are more to make you unconscious than to kill you. Like they are.
They're not trying to kill.
They're seemingly trying to take you alive.
Trying to capture, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna go down like that.
No.
I was gonna say they're not putting themselves at risk to do that though. Like they are still going full out on their attacks. Okay, so one attack on Eldith. That's a hit. 2 attacks on Kamar. That's 2 hits.
God damn it.
An attack on Topsy. That's a hit. Another attack. Actually, they actually hit one of them. So 2 more attacks on Turvy, actually. On Topsy, even. 16 is a hit, in fact. 15's a hit. So that's 3 hits on Topsy. And 1 attack on Shusha, who's currently restrained and so has advantage against him. That's a hit. So, all those attacks hit. That is not nice for you guys. Eldith takes 2 points of damage. That isn't too bad for you guys. Kamar, you were hit twice, weren't you?
Yeah.
That's 8 down to 5, and
wait, what?
because of your damage reduction. 8 down to 5.
minus
and
3,
4
isn't
down
it?
to...
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
For some reason I thought it was halved. Like, how does 8 minus what? Yeah. Okay. Carry
on. So you should be down to 13 hit points.
Oh damn.
Wouldn't he get damage reduction twice, given it's two different attacks?
I did. It was 4 down to 1 and 8 down to 5. Topsy takes 3 attacks. That's 6, 6, and 6.
Oh my god.
So I'll just double check her sheet.
I think that's an unconscious one, isn't it? Gotta be.
All 3 attacks, you see them dig into Topsy, like slam into her, and none of them seem to penetrate. Come on, your turn.
Oh my.
Okay.
Okay.
Noticing.
Do you notice this in the midst of combat?
No, not noticing that.
Oh,
Noticing
sorry.
the thing I noticed before, which is they're trying to hold back a little bit. Like, they're trying to capture, not kill. I shout, the blackguards mean to take us alive. Let's not give them the satisfaction. Then I hit this one with, wait a minute, how does smites work? The spells I gotta cast first, yeah.
Spend a spell slot to deal an extra D8 damage.
Yeah, and
it's
my...
actually 2d8.
Yeah, it's 2d8 damage.
Is it 2d8? I thought it was 1d8.
No, it's
2d8 for a first level slot, and then 1d8 for each slot after that.
Yeah.
Up to a max of 5d8.
Yeah.
And Divine Smite in the Paladin one doesn't require any actions, does it? You just add it.
Yeah, that's on hit. So it's bonus action to cast the spell, which lasts until you hit an enemy or you lose concentration, and then when you hit them, you can then use the Divine Smite ability to deal extra damage.
Okay, cool.
I'll trust Matt.
No, that does sound correct.
Yeah.
So I will use Thunderous Smite as a bonus action.
That's the movement one, isn't it?
It's 2d6 thunder damage, and targets a creature must succeed in a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away and knocked down.
Good.
So I use Thunderous Smite, which is good because I switched out Searing Smite this morning.
I've got Searing Smite. That's going to be useful.
Okay, so your
That's
attack.
useful. Okay, so.
I also have Searing Smite.
Go suck. God damn it!
So you cast the spell. It's not wasted if it's a miss.
No, it's concentration.
Concentration. So if he loses concentration...
Yeah.
He's basically buffing his weapon.
You swing the flail, but don't take into account how good this creature seems to be in martial combat. He actually just gets close to you, grabs your arm, and actually pushes your arm, causing the attack to actually go wide by quite a bit, as he then spins around in an attempt to hit you with his next on his next turn. Anything else? You've got a movement.
That was my bonus action. I'm not gonna move.
Your action.
So, I mean, that's like not them takes alive. Run away.
So in that case,
no, I'm done.
Okay, in that case, it's Darendil's turn. Darendil, seemingly in a uncontrollable rage, is going to bear down on the monitor. Let's see what his attacks are. This is the first.
Huh.
Two attacks. One of those is a crit. So,
Nice.
Darendil, bearing down on this monitor, brings both his claws down. One from the from top left and a slash, the other one from below, going across the midsection. The Kuatoan cries out in pain as both these attacks hit.
Smashy.
That would be.
I mean, I would have done
13
that
for the crit and 4 for the non-crit. So
I
17
would have done that if my dice hadn't been an ass. I'm saying.
It is based on your dice being an ass, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is. I rolled 4.
Maybe
That
stop
wasn't sarcasm, Mike. That's me describing D&D.
My last 2 attacks were 5 and 4. Like the actual dice rolls are 5 and 4.
This is why dice shaming is the thing. Dice kill players. Monsters don't kill players. Dice kill players. Flynn.
Okay, so I am going to grab my Warhammer I'm going to cast Green Flame Blade. And, sorry, War Pick. Sorry, not Warhammer. War Pick, I'm going to slam Kuatoa number 2 and send fire flowing out his back into Kuatoa number 1.
Okay. Roll your attack.
So that is... Oh shit, I've rolled with... Oh, I didn't mean to roll with advantage. I clicked the wrong button. But that's a miss either way.
Okay.
Yeah, I clicked the wrong button, but yeah, I missed horribly.
You swing the pick down. However, this Kuatoa brings his spear up and instead just catches your pick halfway down and pulls it back up and pushes it away. Right, this is quite a brute force creature, it would seem. They're not quick by any means, the imagination. But they are very
got 12
brutish.
overall there, Matt.
I also rolled with advantage, which I shouldn't have done.
Yeah, but that
So the first one,
you rolled
would be the one you
both.
take.
You rolled 7 on both, which you then got your bonus for 12.
Either way, a 12 is not a hit.
Oh god damn. Okay.
Oh, okay. Also,
Jim Jar.
12's still really low.
Jim Jar is going to swing at, or is going to shoot at Kuatoa number 6 with his hand crossbow. He says, "All right, I've got it this time. I bet this one hits." He was wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say, take that bet. Nothing we've done fucking hit these guys yet. As far as I know, they're invincible.
They don't have a high AC.
Yeah,
It's higher
but
than 12.
clearly they do.
I'm betting it's 13.
12's really, really low.
It's not really,
Turby,
really low.
It's barely past base.
Yeah, I
as
mean,
low as
Still higher than
it
base.
is.
12 is a
Considering
very basic
any
AC
armor-
level. We're just not very good.
Fucking
Turby.
dice.
Seeing one near him, attacks almost in a panic, swings his war pick just the once.
And murders it.
And I think that's going to hit.
God damn. They're not invincible. We can win.
If it bleeds.
And that's that was 11 on the dice. That's a hit.
Speaking of invincible, we need to have a word of Topsy after this.
Which one was that?
Yeah, we need words.
The one that didn't
number
get
2.
penetrated.
Number 2.
Yeah.
As his war pick hits into it, it lets out a big croak of pain. Mapido says, "Oh, we're under attack! What do I do? What do I do?" And brings out his long hooked spear and steps up next to Seraph and stabs.
I'm under attack. What do I do? Oh yeah, shank a bitch. Yeah, that's pretty much what you do. Yeah, that'll do it.
Kill them! Kill them all! Kill them all! I don't know why he's getting an accent. He doesn't normally have an accent. It's been a while since I DM'd this campaign, so that's 21. That's going to hit. And then he does 2 damage.
Oh my
we
god.
know its AC. We know the AC is less than or equal to 21. So that's
sorry. I read that.
Yep, it is definitely less than or equal to 21.
He does not go for damage. Instead, he attempts to hook the spear around the creature's leg, and the creature
The leg that's currently under the water.
fails the strength save. That's a pass. Yeah, that's it. He can still get it in the water and catch it on the leg. But unfortunately, he's unable to pull against the Kuotone's strength, and the creature stays on its feet.
In the water.
Stool.
Let's ask another poop.
Just Cobalt. Cobalt and everybody else who I said was affected by the spores. Hearing their head as Stool attempts to look up to you, says, "What do I do? What? There's there all meanies around."
Dodge.
So
which point-
tempted to just shout, "Stand and fight!"
At
But I'm
which
gonna
point,
get the mushroom kill.
Stool makes himself as small a target as possible, basically going into the same form that he goes into when he's asleep, where his Stool Cat basically covers his entirety.
He's effectively dodging,
into the floor. He's effectively dodging, but in his mind, it's basically a field position. The monitor is going to punch at... Actually, the monitor turns on Prince Darendel and instead says, "The Thwagger gone feral! Kill him!" And they are speaking in Undercommon, as a heads up.
Yeah, I
Oh,
understand
hang on.
that.
I think we all speak Undercommon.
No, you don't.
Except,
I do.
Except a couple of NPCs.
I speak Undercommon.
All the players do.
All the players do.
I
I
do.
speak Undercommon.
You allowed me to make me not proficient in one of my skills to learn 2 more languages.
All right. Can I just double check what languages are you? What languages do you speak then? Just so I've got it on my sheet.
Common, Elven, Undercommon, Infernal, and Abyssal.
Infernal. Okay. Damn it, I don't actually have that on my sheet.
Infernal and Abyssal.
Yeah.
Hey, I cover all your bases, I guess.
For both teams, then.
Wait, there's more than one team?
Well,
When
there's
it comes to demons and devils.
there's my
Infernal
team, and then
is
there's the enemies.
Devils, Abyssal is demons. Both
Yeah,
are fiends.
all the same thing, right?
Either way, you guys
No,
don't know that, so...
Really not.
Yeah, they all look alike.
Just like you
Really not.
humans.
So what was it?
Monitor
What was it
then
he said?
punches at Derendal twice. This time he is full on going for the throat. He is attempting to go for the kill.
Yeah, I
Humans
might
look
be
alike
too
in the
far
fact
away,
they
but
all
what did he actually say, or do I just not hear it?
From your distance, you don't hear it.
Okay.
Actually, no, he's shouting. No, he is shouting, so you hear it. He said, "The Quaggoth has gone feral. Kill him."
Yeah, all these
Fair
look alike
enough.
as well.
Also,
They all
in my
look
mind,
like
the voice
scared
these creatures
people.
have is that it's a trap guy from Star Wars. Just a heads up.
Allahu
wow.
Akbar!
Wow, well, that's racist.
That's it.
That's pretty racist, although he is a fish person, so, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, space fish person and underdog fish person sound exactly the same.
Obviously.
That
They
is-
all
Apparently
both look
so.
and sound alike.
No, that's a hit. One of those is a hit.
Oh
God
my
damn, this guy has a
god.
good
You
attack
stop
bonus.
trying to murder us, Beanie.
On the plus side, he rolled 1 on the damage, so that's only 3 damage.
He's a
to-
DM.
Stop
He
trying to
has
murder
to
us
murder
incredibly
us.
I
slowly
mean,
with
if
an
he's
ineffective
raging,
weapon.
he's got resistance.
He is not raging.
Ah,
I'm kind of worried. I've got some ideas as to what he actually is. It's like,
Okay.
well, apparently he's not
So-
a barbarian.
Apparently not.
It is now Topsy, who turns to the one that her brother just swung at and instead goes for him. I think she gets 2 attacks on 1 attack. Ah, where are you? Multi-attack times 2. That's a hit and a miss. For 1d8. She does 6 damage to him. And that is number 2. Come on, guys. A little swift evidence showing your pair. Sareth. He just says, yes, yeah, yes, kill him, and he backs away, provoking an
Oh,
attack opportunity
dear.
from 2 of them as he
He
does
can't
so.
move.
He's on the net.
He's in the net. The way I'm seeing it,
He's
with-
restrained. His movement's 0.
I get that, but the way I'm seeing it in this case is the net is over his top. His legs are still free. He can still move his legs. He is provoking an attack opportunity because he can't do this defensively, but he can move in this case. Like I would have given you guys the same benefit here. I'm always willing to bend the rules for what in my mind makes sense. If that makes sense. If that makes sense to you guys.
Okay.
Nope,
Yes.
doesn't make sense.
Both of those attacks hit.
He would only get 1 attack.
2 of them.
why?
No.
Because-
It's not an attack action. It's an attack for an attack of opportunity.
No, but there's
You only
two,
get 1
yeah,
hit.
there's 2
Two things doing
Croatoans.
it.
Two
Oh,
Croatoans.
right. Okay. Ignore me.
Look at you trying to shell out some rules here.
I'm trying to keep
That's
us alive.
7 and 2. Just be glad the damage is going to this guy.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'd rather that we had no damage coming our way.
He's probably
That's
going to
not-
end up being like super
not gonna
important at
happen.
some point, but until
Probably
then,
drow. We don't care. Murder.
He's not going to be super important in this
Okay.
fight, though. Elder,
it's probably going to be
listen,
like, it's probably going to say like in the guide, if you manage to keep him alive all the way to the end of the campaign, then he can just pay you past the final boss and you just win.
It does say he gives you a unlimited wish spell if you get him to the end. Just so you know.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh,
like
wow.
it's going to be.
Do with one of those.
I'm
So-
tempted to say I'm going to use the words I guarantee it. I'm tempted to say that. I'm throwing my hat in that ring.
Both spears kind of glance off, seem to purposely both glance off the sides of dealing nasty blows, but not life-threatening ones. Eldith swings at the one 5. Just double checking. Number 5 has been injured, so she swings at him again.
Seriously, one day we're going to run into
That's
an
a
enemy
hit.
called Mumbo.
And a hit.
Called Bumbo.
Mumbo. So it can be
Mumbo.
Mumbo number 5. I
Oh,
thought
that
it was
would that'd be the best
It was
thing.
6,
That would be the best thing.
and
I would sing the entire song.
You realise that
And-
if there is an enemy called
Are
that,
they
Sean's
gonna-
going to make sure there's only 4 of them.
Are they going to be?
That would be
Are they going to be
torture.
led? Are they going to be led by Bulinga?
I was not paying attention. So, Eldith brings her mace up and clubs the Kyoto number 5 around the side of the head, brings it back down and slams it into his shoulder. You hear a cracking as his shoulder bone dislocates and
Ooh.
probably breaks. He is still standing, however. Cobalt, your turn.
Would be a shoulder damage, wouldn't it?
Always a fucking
It
shoulders.
has to be sometime. Like, you bring this up every time I say shoulders. At this point, I don't just say shoulders. You just bring it up every time I say shoulders.
It's not just you, it's a trope.
Is the monitor looking
Need damage,
kind of
which
wounded
is,
at
looks
all?
bad, but is non-lethal. Shoulder.
Well, I also say other body parts.
I'm not saying it's just you,
if I
it's
just-
a trope.
It's a
Like,
trope
if you ever
when
watch
you
Bleach.
just say the shoulder. Like, you could say other. Like, I say loads of body parts. This is why it annoys me now, because everybody brings it up every fucking session. Fuck
You mad, bro?
Yes. What are you doing?
Is the monitor looking wounded at all?
He's been hit a few times, but he is holding himself pretty well. Like, he looks a fair bit tougher, just in how he's standing, how
Is
he's
there
dodging.
anyone who's looking like they're on the verge of dying? Or,
Two of
like...
them. The one that's just
Sareth.
been hit twice by Eldif is fairly injured. I think that's the only one that you can see. That is, yeah, that's
I
the only one
should
that you
be
can
able
really
to see all of them.
You can see all of them, but looking at, like, especially in the
You
dark,
can't see the
looking
one
at
next
how
to me.
injured they are, like in the space of a second or two, is not something you can just.
I'll say the only ones I can't see clearly would be 1 and 3. The others are all in bright light.
Number 7,
well,
isn't?
For what it's worth.
No.
From
this.
Yeah, the one I can't see that one at all.
Bear in mind, they're also on the edges of bright light, and they're also like this is also a second. Like, you're just glancing at a second, so you're not taking an action to this. You're just looking around, like dodging in and out of it. It's let's say
Right,
the one you notice is that one.
I'll Sacred Flame that one then, so he's got to make a deck save.
Okay. That is what's the DC? I'm pretty sure that's a fail, but
12.
that's a fail. He rolled 11.
So that will be
Some damage.
That was number
6
5.
radiant.
6. He screeches in pain as the flames dance around him. Barely there for more than a few seconds, but still, by the time it's gone, he is breathing heavily, kind of much more under the water than he was.
Down, mother.
Stance.
Is anyone looking particularly wounded?
Of your team,
Yeah.
that you can see, Kamar's taken a few nasty hits.
Yep.
He can.
He's probably fine.
Is
How did
wounded.
this work
You're
out
not
last
sure.
time?
You're not sure what Sareth is putting on and what is actually what is him just being wounded. And Derendil, you saw him get hit, but you can't see the wound. Like you like if you hadn't seen him be hit, you wouldn't think he was wounded.
Right. How badly wounded does Kamar look?
Kamar, he.
If you
He
wish
looks
to
pretty wounded.
express that in a sort of generalized number format, I would say I look about 13 out of 22 alive right now.
That's fine. That's like.
So just in no particular number format, really.
Of
Just
course.
yeah, just some random
will-
number I picked up. Yeah,
I'll leave it at that then.
I've got about
I
half.
can't- I can't do anything. It's not worth using any of my bonus action spells.
Fair enough. Shusha. Shusha.
actually- Tell you what, can I then, in undercommon, shout? We don't mean. I need to be careful with my words here.
We don't mean harm. What?
We don't mean how.
Oh no.
Death to the father.
We just want to travel through.
As
We
you
don't
say,
want to fight.
as you
Like I'm
say
shouting
this,
very loudly.
as you say this, the monitor screams or croaks, "Don't listen to them. The father will have them as sacrifices." And
Oh,
at which
shit,
point,
he said sacrifices.
Shusha says, "It is no point there's no point negotiate," and that's his turn.
I was going to say, we're kind of
No, no,
past the point of
Damn it,
negotiation.
God fucking damn it, Shusha. You
Takes
brought
a
us
long time to say anything in old Dentish.
Redmond.
All I'm saying is,
Right.
maybe this
Number
is
7.
all on Shusha's plan.
Yes. Number 7.
Probably.
Come on. Is that a hit for 14?
14's a hit.
Yes.
We narrowed the range down. It's either 13 or 14 AC.
13 force damage. Boom!
13 force. As
that a max hit?
that was Eldritch Blast, wasn't it?
Eldritch Blast, yes. Blah, blah. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Batch. What?
Eldritch Blast.
This is a orb of
green energy.
What did we say? Greenish energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flies from your hand and crashes into the creature, shattering like glass as it hits. And the Kyoto just back up a little, stunned by that, and then moves in on you.
Oh shit! They hit us.
I know, right?
Letting out a croaking roar as he reaches view of his spear.
Come on then.
That's gonna hit you.
Oh dear, that's bad for him.
Attack on Eldith is gonna hit. Attack on.
You about to hellish
2 attacks on. No, 1 attack on.
Mike, would I do such a horrible? Yes.
2 attacks on Darendale. Hit. And a hit. Yep.
Also, Beanie, have they ever not hit me yet?
They've got +3 attack. I don't know
I've got
how they're doing this.
Where the fuck does that get me?
Apparently. 2 attacks on. Or 1 attack on Topsy, 1 attack on Turvy, 1 attack on. No. This one, seeing that Shusha isn't resisting, just moves down and attacks Flint. So, Topsy is a hit. Turvy is a miss.
Oh dear.
And Flint is a hit. Actually, what's Flint's AC?
18 at the moment.
Yeah, that's a hit. That was a 20 on the total.
Darn it.
Again, the spears that go for both Topsy and Turvy, you're pretty sure they hit, but they leave no mark.
Right,
oh god.
Definitely need to have a word with them about this.
I want to learn their talent is what I want. Also, Beanie, you know the guy who hit me? You know I've got 16 AC, right?
Yep.
Okay,
he rolled up, like if I don't ask for it, well, actually, I've got ACs here, but if I don't ask for AC, it's because they rolled that high. Like that was a load of 17s.
Wait a second. Did you say the guy hit me? Did you say the guy hit me?
Yep.
But what if I could say he didn't actually hit me?
You get a shield.
Shield.
In that case, you don't take the damage.
I need to.
You bring your shield.
You
bring your shield up, so he rushes towards you, and the almost ethereal shield appears in front of you, and the spear just bounces off it.
It's like, joke's on you guys. Energy bubble.
So Eldith takes 4. She's down.
Sorry,
17.
how do you have 16 AC as a warlock?
I've got the
Mage armor.
I've got the ability where I have permanent mage armor.
Kumar, you take 2 points of damage.
It's called.
That's down to 1 minimum, so 12.
Yep.
Armor of Shadows is what it's called. The invocation.
So if you got
2 attacks on Darendale, that's 2 and 5, so 7 total. He's down to 37.
Is damage reduction down to 1 minimum?
There's only 1 damage reduction in this game, so I'm just gonna say it is. Like
I thought it was. I thought it just reduces all damage
This
by 3.
half. It's reduced. It's like reduction rather
It's
than
reduced. I'm gonna say that it's minimum 1, just so that there's always that little damage gets.
Bear in mind,
Say that in the feed.
resistance doesn't.
It's not resistance.
I know. I'm just saying resistance doesn't say minimum 1, so I see no reason why.
It's just
Resistance does say minimum 1, but it's also round up, isn't it, or is it round down?
It's round
also
down by default.
For my -3 thing.
I'll be nice then. We'll say that it is completely.
Well, it's just to me that makes sense because the idea being you take less damage because it's heavy armor.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just reading the
That's
feed
fine.
there, it just says reduced by 3, so I would say
in that case you take 0 damage.
Yeah, I think we've done 0 damage before as well.
Flint wasn't hit. Renlin, you were hit for 3 points of damage.
And then
you hope.
I am. Hang on, just let me write down how much HP I've got. Okay, Hellish Rebuke, Dex DC 13 to halve.
He passes. He rolled a 13 on the dice, which is what he needed to pass it.
That's 7/5 total, so is it rounded down?
To 3 then.
Not a D30 then.
Awful. That's 2d10.
Wow.
Yep.
2d10, 7 damage.
Croaks in pain and backs away from you. Like you can tell, this one is barely standing.
Oh, the one I'm fighting?
Yep. Come on!
I'm getting upset. I attack this guy
so
again.
Bad.
The monitor.
All right.
Yep.
Swing your attack.
Fuck!
You've got inspiration. Actually, it's not worth it in that case.
It's D4.
Do we have inspiration?
I do. I've got
you might do.
I've considered it every time, believe me. Fucking hell. My only saving grace from this is eventually it'll go down to 1 and then it can't get lower. Because they've gone 5, 4, 2, missed 3. Fuck knows what happened to 3. And then next turn it's going to be 1. It's like, yeah, you know, I know my place in the world now. I know a place where I can't get anything higher than fucking single digits. I'm not happy.
Darendil swings down with his right claw, and the monitor actually reaches up and with both hands grabs the arm, stopping it completely. At which point, Darendil then scoops in with his left arm, actually going straight for the stomach with his claws, digging in as a piercing attack.
Kalema.
It does do 7 points of damage, but this guy's still looking fairly healthy.
How much do we get for inspiration? It's a D4, right?
D4. Like, again, for people watching, this is actually a homebrew rule. I give normally D&D allows a maximum of 1 inspiration. I say I like to give the inspiration out freely, so I say there's maximum of 3, but you're down to 1d4 per use, or you can use it for 1d20 XP. So it is now Darendil to Flint. Flint, your turn.
Right, let's try this again. I go back in War Pick for a Green Flame Blade.
Cool.
And I hit this time, right?
Right.
Right.
No, you crit. No, you don't.
8.
That'd be nice.
You swing your war pick, but it seems that this ambush has basically just taken your entire team, put you on your heels. Every single attack is on the defensive. These spears are keeping you all dodging, keeping you all back on your heels. You can't find a time to land a good blow. Is there anything else?
I'm kind of disappointed in war pick, but no, other than that.
Okay, in that case, Jim Jar shoots at Kyoto number 6 as he says, "I'm starting to think I paid too much for this hand crossbow." At which point the crossbow bolt slams into number 6.
Maybe not.
That'll be... What's your sneak attack? 1d6 plus 2. So that's 7, 13, 15 points of damage.
Nice.
As the bolt kind of catches right in the Kyotoan's side, just above the hip bone, causing him to be in pain every time he moves his hip.
Like, damn, that's gonna hurt in the cold water.
It is
at least
Jim
it's
John's
not
Turvy.
salty. I hope it's not salty. That would really sting.
That would be uncomfortable.
Turvy swings at the one that attacked her brother. Sorry, this is Turvy. This is he swings at the one that attacked him, and actually, as the attack goes for him and stabs against him, even though it doesn't seem to affect him, he seems to be almost paralyzed by the fear, and you actually see the war pick drop from his hand as he starts to back away. We'll count that as withdrawal, which means that the Kyotoan doesn't actually get an attack off. Bupido is going to go for another trip.
Dude.
That is a miss, I'm pretty sure. But we'll double check. Yeah, it's a miss. Bupido to Stool. Stool is still completely down to the floor.
Still shitting himself.
He's also currently surrounded by allies, so that's good for him.
Yep. The monitor swings at Darendil twice, and actually now goes for a bite on him as well. Going full out on the your Quagoff companion. That's 2 hits to the punches and a crit with the bite. Fuck's sake!
Oh my god! Can you stop killing the team?
Companion.
You just make it too easy, guys. You not start rolling well.
Not happy.
Wouldn't it be so much easier if we had an orc with a battle axe? Don't you think?
6.
Yeah.
We've got an orcish battle axe, but we've got no orc.
That's 14, 17 points of damage to Darendil. He's now on 20.
He has a lot of HP.
He's a Quagoff.
Sorry, he's an elf.
Is that supposed to mean anything?
Well, he's a big, burly, savage, yeti-like beast. Well, that's basically they look like small yetis, effectively. Like they're still pretty savage-looking, so they're going to be a little tough.
Okay.
Topsy swings at the one that attacks her brother twice. That's going to be 2 hits. So many. Oh, sorry, no, that's 1 hit and 1 miss. I'm overestimating her attack bonus. 80
Attack
damage.
bonus.
Number 2. She brings the war pick in, and this is the first death or first kill of the encounter, it would seem, as the war pick goes in, drags out his stomach, and you actually see part of his internals just start to slop out as he collapses to the floor, gurgling and croaking.
Knife goes in, guts come out.
Go Topsy.
It's the only one we've killed so far.
Sarith struggles against his net.
So the only kill so far is by the immortal party member.
Eldith.
She
is going to swing twice at Kuotoan number 5 since he's injured. That's a hit and a hit.
Please kill this one.
That is 4 points of damage. Which one's this? 5, isn't it? This one goes down. She then turns on the one without a number, and the second attack hits him. So that would be 5 on number 8. All right. Yeah, thank you. I went to make him dead, and you'd already done it. It really confused me for a second. Kabul, your turn. It seems like your team is starting to gain a little more momentum.
But that monitor's still looking pretty solid.
Yeah.
I haven't hit him yet. I'm trying.
If you were to guess, you wouldn't actually guess that he's bloodied yet, which would be half health.
I just kind of... and I will guiding bolt him.
Okay. Roll your attack roll.
Oh, damn.
So this will be advantage on any attacks on this guy after if you hit, right?
It's damage and advantage on the next attack.
Yeah.
Where's my sheet there? +4.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The bolt goes wild, and you just see the light disappearing into the darkness above the lake.
What is happening in this game?
Are you happy? You've just probably just hit some random Kuotoan in somewhere.
You know what? Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't I be?
Turns out there's a guy in the distance I should be hitting. I'll get on that.
Shushar's turn.
It's not even worth using the inspiration on that.
Is it even worth giving him a turn?
Oh
wait, no, hang on. Continue the sentence you said last time.
To worship the Father, not Son. And it is Redland's turn.
Right.
Problem is, I have to remember what he's been saying every time it gets to his bloody turn.
22 to hit.
Nice.
Number 7.
Yeah.
That's
it's your Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
5. Oh, jeez.
5 damage.
At least you're hitting, Laurie. At least you're hitting.
You, seeing this guy get so close, you kind of duck to the side as the spear grazes against you. Reach out, like with the same hand that the arcane fire just leapt out of previously. You're basically an inch away from his body as the glass-like orb of green energy bursts out and shatters into his side, causing him to keel over and collapse on the floor.
Yes! 10 HP. Woo!
He's not dead. It's incapacitated, isn't it? No, it is if you knock them down to 0 hit points. I think I checked this out last time.
Is he on 0 hit points?
Yeah,
just remember that doesn't stack. I think that was something that
yes, I know.
That was something. Sean did that during our Saturday game.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
So, Kuotoans. 1 attack on Flint. One attack on Flint. That's a miss. 2 attacks on...
Oh, okay.
Turvey. That is 2 hits, both of which seem to have no effect, as she just growls.
Wait, is that on Topsy or Turvey, did you say?
That was on Turvey. Oh, sorry, no, one of them would have been on Darendil, sorry.
Topsy's the one over here, apparently.
Topsy, have I got them wrong again?
No, Topsy's the one in the fight, and Turvey's the one at the back.
Okay. I'm always getting these wrong. Those tokens are actually labeled.
Basically, the girl one is kicking ass.
Yeah.
The guy's
Topsy-turvy female is takes a couple of hits, but doesn't seem to take any damage.
Topsy-turvy female.
Attack on Glamar is a miss. Attack on Eldith is a miss. They've actually had a terrible turn for a change.
Oh my god! I didn't get hit.
None of them got hit. Nobody got hit.
Does that mean we're going to have an amazing female
now? Well, we'll find out. Kamar, it's your turn.
Okay.
Do something.
I'm trying. I gotta smack the monitor again, which I might actually do in real life if I fucking miss this again. Okay.
That one.
Please.
Crit.
Hey!
I hit him.
Yay.
The Thunderous Smite is still active.
Yes.
So as the flail hits, there is a deafening burst of noise that emanates into the cavern, echoing off the walls, going further into the distance.
I like that. It's like, oh yeah, that spell you cast at the beginning of the fight, it's finally paid off.
Boom.
You see the ripples
now I
in
got
the
to roll
water,
damage.
burst of energy kind of goes along it.
Okay, so first of all, it's
this is basic weapon
3,
damage.
Yeah, I haven't actually looked at this yet because I haven't hit yet. So 1d8 plus 3, and then so it's basically oh god, it's because it's using d6s as well because it's an actual smite.
This is what we have macros for.
Plus 2d6.
Yeah. So first of all, 1d8 plus 3, that's 1d20 plus 5. God damn it. 1d8 plus 3 is 7.
7 points damage. It's 2d6.
And then 2d6. Da. And then
so that's 15 total.
Kind of terrible.
The monitor is bloody.
What's the 2d6 for? Is that for the
that's a
smite?
thunderous smite.
Thunderous smite, yeah.
As
And then
he's also got to do a save.
Yeah, it's a con save. Might be strength.
It's
Hang on, let me check.
strength.
Strength sounds more
I've got
like
it
it.
here.
And strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone if that matters.
He passes the throw. He got 18 on the dice.
Not surprised. Carry on.
The flail head smashes against him, and you hear breaking bone in his near his hip as he reacts to the attack. Durandal. He carries on clawing at the monitor. That is going to be 2 hits.
Nice.
That is a 6 and a 5, so that's 11. The claws tearing into this creature, like basically digging in, grabbing and yanking bits of this Kyoto out of him.
Oh, lovely.
Flint.
Okay, right. Attempt number 3. I step over Kuroto number 2, and I'm going to attack Kuroto number 1 with Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit this time, right?
Right.
We'll
18.
That's a hit.
Hey.
6 damage against Kuroto number 1, and then I believe it's 2 damage against Kuroto number 4.
Okay. No save or anything on that?
No save.
Okay.
Just bit far.
So as your war pick hits, it slams into the creature and then into his top of his right shoulder, and then out of that creature's hip, another burst of fire leaps into his buddy next to him.
Yeah.
Jimjar. He is going to shoot at the same one he shot
Right
last
into
time.
his hip.
That's going to be a miss.
Oh my god.
Darn this little thing. Anybody got a spare hand crossbow? This one seems to be faulty.
Yes.
Turvey is going to... he's still kind of backed into the corner, seems to be taking on... he almost backs into Stool, effectively. So he's Stool there and instead kind of huddles down himself, taking on a scared defensive posture. Rapido.
I'll allow it.
He attempts to trip, he fails. Stool is still on the floor. Monitor.
Or is he walking the dinosaur?
Almost in a frenzy, himself says, "For the father, for..." and
What?
claw punches and bites. It is naturally hard to understand these guys. It's not just me doing a terrible accent. These things are... The way they speak is unusual to you.
Why not both?
Alien voice.
4! And then he has
Well,
a
it is me
seizure.
doing a terrible accent, but it's not just, I said.
Why not both?
One of his punches connects and his bite connects. That's 6. And that's 9 damage to Darendal. He is down to 11.
Really want some squashies. But by the way, Matt, I know this is a side note. Matt, where did you buy your squashies from?
I bought my squashies at the shop around the corner.
Really?
You can also get them at Tesco as well.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, I don't want to walk as far as Tesco.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you happen to be in Tesco.
Like if I had to go get squashies, which
Actually, that's the point.
In,
The corner shop, how much do they sell them for?
Topsy swings at 1.
yeah.
Yeah,
they're more expensive in Tesco.
That's a nat 20.
They sell them in Iceland as well.
Oh, who nat 20'd?
That'd be Topsy. Or Topsy Turvy female.
Fuck this D&D nonsense. We're talking about squashies. The important
If I had
things.
to guess, I'd say Topsy was the female.
No, Turby's female. According to my notes, according to the tokens, Topsy's a female. God fucking damn it, game.
Yeah, no, Topsy looks female.
God damn it, past Beanie. He's basically fucked up somewhere along the line. 11 on the crit and 3
Do
on
you just
the
switch him over
crit.
now and then try and learn it from now?
I'll sort it out in the break.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna actually I'll look it up. Just to be factual. Oh, God damn. This one is basically the 2 war picks hit, and she lets out a feral growl as she does this, tearing parts of him away as he just stands there, wobbles. He's on 1 hit point. Sarith has a momentary burst of enlightenment as he finally struggles and breaks free of the netting, throwing it off him, looking around and then says, "I'm still over here," and backs into the corner.
Wait, this is Sarith.
Yep.
The drow.
This
Sorry,
is
again,
the
Jim
Uber-
Jar's accent there.
Everyone's
Uber
turning
useful
Irish.
drow.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jim
Oh,
Jar's
there's
supposed to be
a,
Irish.
there's a
but,
virus down here.
regardless.
It's turning us all Irish.
There's a
A
virus
virus.
down here.
An Irish.
Irish. Oh,
Virus.
no.
That's nice.
Virus is just say
Eldeth.
it's just how Sean Connery says up virus.
Eldeth
virus.
swings at number
Irish.
6. That's a hit. And that's not a kill. She goes for the killing blow. And that gets the kill.
Hey.
Number 6 goes down as her mace swings twice, rattling against his skull in both cases.
Side note: what sounds dirtier, killing blow or killing stroke?
Killing blow
Yes.
sounds dirtier.
Both sound like death by Snoo Snoo.
They both sound like death by Snoo Snoo, just different
Stroke
varieties
blow.
of Snoo
Come on,
Stroke
your
blow,
turn.
I'd say.
Snoo. That would be pretty good.
How's the monitor looking?
Well, I didn't punch mine, so it's okay.
The monitor, sorry, he is bloodied now. He is actually looking pretty wounded. Like that round, attacks from Kamar and Darendel in succession have really staggered him.
But Darendel's looking quite bad himself, isn't he?
It's hard to tell. Like a lot of his wounds are made to look worse just by the way that he's savagely going out. Like he's not reacting to his wounds at all. He is like a wild animal. Like blood is everywhere. You're not sure what's enemy, what's his, what's Kamar's, what's.
I'm of the opinion it is better to kill these things quicker than try and keep us alive. So, I am
agree.
going for another guiding bolt on the monitor.
Throw your attack.
Go, go, go.
That's it.
Hey!
Nice.
22. So,
This is
that'll
when you kill it.
Guiding bolt, death. Well, that's
17.
kind of eliminating the point.
Oh.
Damn, that's
something
4d6.
damage.
Does your guiding bolt look like anything particular?
It'll probably look like a bolt of fire or something like that, I suppose.
Make it look like a hammer.
You
No, it wouldn't look like a hammer.
You throw your hand out. I was actually thinking of Blacksmith's hammer. I'm not going to lie, but you throw your hand out, and a burst of energy spins through the air and slams into the
It
cobalt
leaves a
bolt,
nail on
actually-
the chest, ready to be
actually
hammered.
catching onto him and wrapping around him, lighting him up and making him an easier target for the next attack. Anything else?
I was hoping he'd be dead.
He will be, if I can fucking hit him.
Actually, no, I don't think I can unless... Is that
Unless.
a bonus action? How do I spell words?
W-O-R-D-S.
W-O-R-D,
Generally-
yes.
With letters, generally.
Well done, Ryan.
I cannot do anything else because all my bonus action stuff are first level.
Okay, I've had a thought. Can I hit someone with my shield for damage as like a bonus action?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
do
You
the-
can use it as an
That's
offhand
actually
weapon.
a feat.
Shields on weapons.
Yeah, I'm thinking Pathfinder and stuff. In D&D,
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah,
it'll be an improvised weapon.
Hmm.
At the very
But I can still do it though.
I don't know if you can attack offhand with improvised weapons.
For now, I'm going to say no, just until I check the rules out. But I will check the rules out during the break.
Okay.
So, just for this fight, basically, you won't be able to.
Important information for me.
And for me, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, here's a
With your
thought.
shields.
Has the boat just continued floating very slowly, or is it just staying
It's
still?
kind of stopped where it was.
Presumably no one's
When the
actually
guy,
on
when
it.
the Curatoan jumped off it, it stopped. Well, just before he jumped off it, it stopped. it very much just looks like it was approaching you as a distraction, and then it was anchored down to stop it from crashing into the shore while they weren't on it.
Okay.
Why do fish people have a boat? They're fish people.
This is actually covered in the lore in the campaign, and it's actually quite interesting. But you don't know.
Okay.
So anything else, Cabal?
Could be prisoners.
Sorry.
Anything else?
No, I can't do
you
anything
think
else.
it's bonus action? All right. Shushar. What was he saying?
So about the worshipping the father.
Yep.
Oh,
They don't worship the father.
is. Oh, and he is looking out towards the northeast of the map as he is now staring. We have, and that's his turn.
No.
Great.
Finland.
Move a bit
love
further
you, Sean,
forward,
I
and
really
I
do.
shoot at number 3.
Number 3. Okay. This one has been
That's
uninjured
me.
so far.
Not sure that's going to be high enough.
Yep.
You've got inspiration.
Yes, I do. 14.
Okay. That wouldn't have hit without the inspiration, but sure. Roll damage.
It doesn't matter. I wanted to do it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. You're very inspired on this
9
attack.
force
This guy was
damage.
attacking
I've
your
just
friend,
killed
Flint.
somebody. I'm inspired. I'm ready to go.
You are sure are a fan of murder.
Damn straight.
Sure, I'm a fan of murder. Renland to Kuotoans. That's
Poisons.
2. There is 1 attack on Kamar. On one Elder Patch, she just got a killing blow. That's a miss.
Good job.
1 attack on Darendil. That's a hit. 1 attack on Topsy Turvy Female. That's a hit. This is just standard now, at least until the break. 1 attack on
Thick
Flynn.
shit.
That's a hit.
Plus
So-
5 AC.
Plus 5 AC. Oh, you bring your shield up
I'm
again.
going to throw my shield up.
Okay. You bring your shield up, and again, the spear is unable to break through the.
It'd be
newly
like
formed shield.
almost like a sheet of rock suddenly appearing.
Yeah, fair enough. In which case, basically you reach down, and as the spear comes up, you actually reach up, and basically Earthbend style, a sheet of rock comes out the floor, crashing against the spear itself, and protecting you from the attack.
I'll be like, I guess swirling because it's plus 5 AC until my next turn.
It is basically the ground itself is malleable, basically moving around you and
Awesome.
protecting you. I just like earthbending. Like to me, earthbending has always been very cool
It is
in
very cool.
Artesian style. Of all the bends. Sorry, I'm just looking at their damage. I've already forgotten. 1d6 plus 1. They didn't hit anybody else.
Unless you want to be an airbender and then you're OP as shit.
Darendil takes 3 damage.
You're suffocated now. Ha!
Yep.
I'm flying
Sorry.
away. See ya.
And that is the only damage that's dealt that turn.
I mean,
Excuse me, I dealt damage.
Fuck you, you don't get to do it.
On their turn, I'm meaning.
Bloodbending because
Not this round, this turn.
Pat, you've got no blood now.
Come on, your
Yep.
turn.
Right.
Come on.
So
Monitor is wobbling. Like
yeah, he's also got guiding
He's
lightning,
Also
right?
got guiding bolt,
Yep.
so
But
you've
advantage
got
on the attack.
advantage if you smack him.
I give him a bit of a schmackaroo.
Okay.
Go, go, go.
So you've got advantage.
I shout some of the die, heathen scum. Yay! He did the die, demon scum.
Okay.
Don't forget to roll again.
Well, again,
Oh, of course, yeah, advantage.
I get a crit.
Yeah,
Stab him.
Mike.
it's always worth checking just in case.
Yeah, just in case you get the crit.
Mike, how do you want to do this?
I'm guessing that means he's dead. So, in my rage, I reach forward and sort of half grab him with one hand. I pull him towards me and then smack him with the flail on the way past, making his head cave in with the sheer force of my blow.
And as he does so, the body collapses to the floor. The head, like barely visible or barely recognizable now, as he collapses to the floor around you. You look around at the rest
for
of Kyoto.
minimum
and
damage.
Yeah.
They look at each other, seemingly unsure what to do, but then turn around and all scream at once, "For the father! For the Demagogu!"
The Demagogu? I had that one.
The goo-goos.
Oh god. Oh, okay.
There we
Okay. I
Oh,
understood that. I definitely understood what they said then.
He
Yeah,
reaches
Matt,
for
goddammit,
Kyoto
knowing
on
all
the
the
floor.
rules. And all the enemies.
Unfortunately, Flint doesn't speak Undercommon, so you didn't actually
Flint
prepare that at all.
does speak Undercommon.
We all speak
why do I not-
Undercommon
Why do I not have you down on my thing for that then?
I've got
Don't-
common.
because we all
Undercommon.
speak Undercommon.
Okay, so you don't have Draconic. I think you must have changed it at some point. Then I had Draconic for you for some reason.
We all independently of each other chose Undercommon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair enough. I think
Wasn't
you've changed things
necessarily
since I took
independently.
things off the
Like
sheet.
both me and Matt, it made a lot of sense for us to have Undercommon.
Yeah, it makes sense for me too.
Daredevil claws at Kyoto number 4. That's a hit. That's a hit. 7 and 8, so that's 15 damage to number 4. That is 15. He is still standing, although he basically he reaches in, grabs something like out the side. You're pretty sure the first attack actually brings some sort of organ out of it, whereas the second one just claws across the front, spilling bits out. Like this Kyoto is still standing, but having to hold things in, and you're fairly sure he's missing something that's probably going to mean he's not going to be alive for long, even if he survives this fight.
Kalima.
Flynn.
Okay, it worked okay last time. I'm going to go for Kyoto number 1 with Green Flame Blades.
I see.
Hit number 4, assuming I hit it.
Double kill.
Roll your attack. That's a hit.
23. Okay, 4 damage to Kyoto number 1 and 2 damage to Kyoto number 4.
Number 1 should be dead, actually. Sorry. So, I don't know why he wasn't marked dead, but he should have been dead. Apparently, he's got no health. So that attack was on number 4. Then shall we say?
Okay.
If you don't want to use the spell, you're more than welcome to.
In that case, I guess I'll go for a booming blade, because why the hell not?
This one does look very wounded, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
But either way,
If
the attack hits, and the warpick slams in, actually just digging straight into the side of his skull, as he's already trying to hold his guts, and he just stands there for a second, and then just falls, going limp, actually pulling on, adding weight to your warpick.
And then the booming blade goes off. Boom!
It is then Flint to Jimjar. Jimjar shoots at number 8.
Well, no, there's not. There's 2 left.
One that's not got a number. It's cocked. That is 12 or 13.
Come on, at least hit something.
Wait, did you say number 8?
That's a hit.
Hey!
So he does 3d6 plus 2 damage. 6, 8, 10 damage, which I think is going to get the kill there.
Wait, 3d6 plus 2 for a hand crossbow.
Yeah.
Isn't a hand crossbow D4?
Crossbow bolt slams
Yeah.
in. Probably not on this one. I think it's been upped in D&D 5th. Like it used to be in Pathfinder, but I think in this.
Right.
It's one of the weapons I've been thinking of getting for other characters before.
I think it's been upped in this, at least in the stats that I copied, unless I copied it wrong.
It's just 3d6,
my one's-
considering a bow is 1d8.
My hand crossbow is 1d6 plus 1.
Oh, it's 1d6. Oh, I think it might be.
Like I think it's lower range, but it's but it's still quite nice
Range
damage.
is 30, 120.
Yeah, it's
Either way.
something else.
The bolt flies into the creature's eye just as it kind of glances towards him, and you hear Jim Joss say, maybe this thing works after all. Topsy-turvy male. He's cowering. Bupido. He just starts to reach out of the hook spear and starts attempting to drag the nearest corpse towards him.
Cannibal.
Stool cowers. Kyoto monitor. He shivers maybe a little.
The monitor's dead.
I know. He's still spasming. He's only just died.
Oh, no.
Topsy-turvy female kind of looks around, glances around, sees this one down here and the straight path to her brother, and jumps down, swinging at him with her warpick twice just as she does so. And she hits twice. No, she hits once. Keep forgetting her actual attack modifier is kind of shy. But she's going to get the kill.
Nice.
Job done.
So now that this is all out of the way, I think we can all agree on the important.
And as
questions.
it gets to Shushar's turn, company over there.
Son of a
And
bitch.
points out onto the lake.
Onto the boat.
And with that seems like a good place to take a break.
Yep.
Fuck.
Combat's
So
over.
we'll be right back, folks. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
Do I level up?
No.
No.
Dang it.
I'm just going to go to the loo myself quickly and get another glass of water. So I'll be back shortly. level up break as well. So that's why it took a little longer than normal.
There we go.
We are now all level 3.
Woo!
Madness. Who wants to be level 3?
For the folks at home, just to kind of keep you up to date with characters, I believe Redlin the Warlock has got level 3 and taken Pact of the Tome.
More spells.
Cobalt. Did you get anything special as a cleric at level 3?
I get 2nd level spells.
In that case...
I don't think I get anything else.
Clerics are a fairly... Well, I don't want to say generic class, but they're the most generic. Like,
most of my stuff kicks off a little later.
Okay. Flint, you... what have you got this level?
I've got an extra... I've got 2nd level spells, and I've got access to meta magic.
Nice one. And Kamar, you've taken your Oath of Vengeance.
Oath of Vengeance.
To swear vengeance against all evil creatures of the world.
Yes, all blights upon the land.
So basically everything's not human.
Basically true. So...
Anything that's not human or acceptable.
As we rejoin our group... Sorry, I actually realised I misspoke previously. Shushar is not pointing out in the ocean. Currently, Shushar is standing there very calmly whilst the net is draped over him as he looks out towards the northeast over the, or at least top right over the lake. You don't know compass directions there. What are you all doing?
I'm going to swim out towards the boat.
That's the direction Shushar said they were, bear in mind.
I'm going to swim out towards the boat and make sure that I keep an eye out for anything that might be underwater.
You start moving into the water. Anybody else do anything?
But the boat's not
I'm
too
going
far
to
away.
get the net off
Not too far away.
Shushar and Sarith.
Sarith's already got his off. He broke it off.
I'll get it off Shushar then.
Yep.
Actually, I'll also just say to Stool that he's okay to move about for the time being, but
he doesn't even need to be told that. He just stays by your ankles. Like it's almost like you're tripping over him. Shushar just says, "Thank you, but we should focus on the company." As Flint is now about halfway towards the original boat, you can see another one about the same size. You can very much recognise it as a boat, having seen the first one coming into view. This time you can actually see figures moving about on it. It doesn't look like it's just the one creature on it. Is anybody doing anything upon sighting this?
Do I see this while swimming towards this other boat?
Yeah, you're about halfway to the boat, like there, as you see this. You're like you are paddling on the water at this point. Like your feet aren't touching ground.
I'm assuming this is out of range for me and Kamar to actually see still. 40 feet of light.
Actually, yeah, it is. So Flint, you actually see this first, technically, but
somewhat oblivious to this, I do 5 charges of lay on hands on myself.
So heal 5.
Yep, I'm up to 24.
Okay, so one of us is swimming to the boat.
And you can see in the distance another boat appearing.
Wait, where?
Northeast.
Top right. Please listen.
Sorry, Skype decided to completely reset where my camera was, so...
Sorry. Well, yeah, in that case, there is another boat coming just on the edge of your vision. You can make out that this one is basically looks almost similar to the one that you've seen, and this one actually has figures moving about on it.
Can I try and hide behind the boat?
You can. Roll a stealth check.
These figures, are they like the same size as the other ones, or are they noticeably different, or just can't tell?
Right now, they're on the edge of your vision. You can't quite make out. Like you can see the boat, you can see the figures on there, but you can't make out specifics.
8.
Bear in mind, 8. Okay. You move up to the boat and kind of grab onto it, but half swimming as well. Like you're pretty sure you're hidden, but to keep to the surface, you're kicking your feet and you're making a lot of splashes that you're not quite noticing you're making. Everybody else can see this though.
Goddamn stealthy.
At this point, the boat has reached the light's edge as well.
I'll say to Shushar, please try and stop them from attacking this time. You said you could do something here, please.
I did not At which point, Renlin, you can now see there are Kyotones moving about on the boat. At which point, you can see one has moved to the front of the boat and is staring at you all and says, "Oh, who are you all? Why are there my dead kin by your feet?"
Could you put the other boat on there as well, so I can test out range?
We need more aboleths.
Let me. Oh, for Christ's sake!
What's worse than one aboleth? 2 aboleths.
We need at least 5 aboleths.
Aboleths? Aboli?
Abolition.
Is anybody doing it?
I'm just 5 Ebola.
Just
I'll shout. They
Nope.
attacked us. We had no choice but to fight back.
Are they mother or father?
Sorry, what did he say?
Are they mother or father?
They mother or father?
Well, they wanted to sacrifice us for the father, if that's what you mean.
Like,
Denied.
Then they are good kills, and you are allies of the Sea Mother. At which point the boat is now about to, you can see it's basically about to hit the shore and dock. Or anchor out just up the shore.
They called us allies, didn't they?
Yep.
yes, he said they were good kills, so presumably we were, as far as he's concerned, they're just useless. Like, he's no problem with us killing them.
That's good news.
Maybe.
As they can get closer, you're not sure. Like, these boats don't look difficult to manage or to sail, but you can see the figures on the boat are basically running all around. There's about 10 of them, maybe, and they're literally moving constantly all around the boat, like running around the boat consistently. Except for the one on the till, who is very much kind of ducking side to side, like
on the
constantly
till.
moving. Yeah, till is
Tiller.
that tiller?
Tiller.
The tiller,
on the
yeah.
tiller, sorry.
Wait, question. My Oath of Vengeance channel divinity abilities, do they take spell slots or anything?
If they say
they use your channel divinity, which
Yeah,
is a separate thing.
What is that?
You got that second level for Paladin.
Oh,
So,
okay. I don't think I did, but okay.
I think it's you can use it
you
once
get it
and
at
then you get a
third
short
level.
rest. Is it third level you got it?
that's
no,
when
there you
it's
go, right there.
listed. It's listed just after his Sacred Oath. so
Oh, right,
it's
no,
third
yeah,
level.
it's right after Sacred Oath, so you get it at 3rd level. But yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So does anybody do anything?
Sorry, just to answer Mike, you can use it once before you need to have a short or long rest.
Yep, so once per rest. Okay.
And any DC goes off your spell save DC. Your
Cool.
paladin spell save DC.
The one that's totally great. Cool.
Seeing as I'm here anyways, I'm going to climb up onto the boat. Like the boat that I'm by, not their boat.
Make an athletics check. This is a mix of swimming and climbing. Like, if the boat's on the shore, it will be a difficult job, but since you're in the water, you've kind of got to pull yourself up. It's an awkward situation.
Okay. 14.
You manage to pull yourself up. You look around. This is actually a fairly. Now you're actually in it. You can see this is actually quite a decent boat. Like, this is not a shoddy piece of work, so to speak. Like, whoever made this knows what they're doing. However, you have no clue how you would set this about. Like, you could pull the anchor up, but you're not really sure how to make it go one way or the other, or
Okay.
you just don't know.
Just for once we've got this all sorted, out of interest, is there anything that looks like it could be a hold?
There is no hold, so to speak, but there are a few crates, well, not crates, a few nets lined up on one side, although they're all empty. They look almost like fishing nets, more so than the nets they were using on you guys.
So there's nothing. Doesn't look like there's anything particularly useful in the boat at all, other than the boat itself.
Not in the brief glance you're getting right now, assuming that you're also paying attention to what else is happening.
Yeah. I'll have a pop look in a minute.
Whilst this is happening, the new boat has now shored, and the Kyotones are starting to move off it. There is 9 of them, one of which looks, 2 of which are unarmed, similar to the leader of the last fight. One of which is adorned in various much more impressive-looking clothing. Just let me double check. He's not got a description in there. No.
I'd like to point out that now I know level 2 spells, there's a lot of really good ones.
He is wearing greenish, almost kelp-like robes, and wields a bone staff carved into bone that ends with a fish head at the top. As he stomps it along, as he moves towards you, a quickened pace. In fact, all these Kuotoan are walking towards you quite quickly. Spears at the ready, but not aimed at you. Most of the Kuotoans kind of stop as they get about 10 feet away from Shushar and Renlin. However, the one that was speaking, the old manny looking one with the staff and the decent robes, carries on moving, walks right up to Shushar, looks him up and down, steps to the side, starts walking. He doesn't stop moving at all this entire time. Even the ones that have stopped 10 feet away, they are shifting on their feet. They're swapping places. They're moving.
I can see where all of Shushar's energy went.
At which walked in on the annual dance.
The man with the staff, or the Kuotoan with the staff, then looks down at the corpses, studies them for a second, still completely filled with energy, moving around, and then looks back up and says, "So you have killed our enemy, but keep company of the heretic. Allies or enemies? What are you?"
Sorry, heretic.
At which point Shushar says, "I am." No. At which point he is immediately interrupted again and goes, "And you would keep companionship of this one, though he has forsaken our goddess."
I'm just saying all of these words are Kamar's trigger. I'm just saying somebody has to sort the situation. These are all my trigger.
Say,
friend or foe, help or hindrance. And at this point he's actually moved past Shushar as he's moving through you guys, basically walking by you.
I'll say we are friends. We simply just wish to travel. We were captured by the drow. We wish to return to the surface, to our own towns and cities.
At this point, he steps up to Cabal, looks up into your face, steps around you, looks bends over to look down at stool, carries on walking circles around you as he talks to you and says, "And what is this thing? A creature, a man of stone. This is a fine construct, but not a being to negotiate with. Who would speak? Are you friend or are you foe?"
All we know of this one, pointing to Shushar, is his name is Shushar. That's all we know of him. We have no intention of any fighting or aggression. We just, as said...
I am your companion.
I'll just kind of nod, yes.
Allies, friends.
I couldn't have if he said companion or camp onion.
At which point the priestly one moves around, steps back now towards Renlin, now moving up to you, walking right up into your face, looking at you, walking a circle around you and going, you know nothing of him. But you keep him by your side. In these caverns, that is dangerous. Looking around, though, you seem an odd sort.
These caverns themselves are dangerous. For all I know, we need to keep as many allies by our side as we can. We don't wish to offend you if he's in fact some sort of traitor to you.
Heretic.
So you would allow the sacrifice of the heretic, should it be asked? Still walking circles around you. Shushar at this point says,
I step forward and say,
to offer my guidance to our people. The one you're talking to, though, just doesn't seem to listen to Shushar.
I cannot allow you to sacrifice him. He is our companion. He guided us here.
Then another offer of friendship. You will help us with a problem.
That sounds much better.
Certainly. However, as long as we can continue on our way afterwards, ideally with a boat of some sort.
You will, and he moves up to you now again, starting to walk around you. The Stone One speaks well. You will do this job for us. We will reward you with boat and supplies. We are kind. We are generous. Kuotoan are a good friend to have. He then says, I am
like this guy saying.
He then says, I am Pumpkin, Archpriest of the Sea Mother.
So he said he's who?
Hang on, Beanie. At least try. I want to hear you say this properly.
Blibdorf poop.
What?
Blib poop?
Can I get that typed in chat, please?
I'll type that in the thing so
Pimple
you can see it as well.
Simple goop?
Sorry, this is his name.
Rimple swoop.
This is his. This is the sea mother that he says is Blibdorf poop.
Blibdorf poop.
That's poop. All the Kuotoan words. That's just one Kuotoan word. They're fucking annoying.
What was his name?
His name was Plupupleen.
Can you type that?
Plupupleen. You're making this up as you go along, aren't you?
I'm really not. Trust me, if I was making up as I was going.
Yeah, you know what? I can make up the Kuotoan words.
Plupupleen.
Blibdulv ploop. Blibdulv poop.
He answers my prayers by delivering you.
There we go. I just made up a name.
You will be rewarded for your service.
Blip bloop 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 bloop.
Bibbidi-boobidi-bobbidi.
Bibbidi-bobbidi-boopy.
I can speak their language now.
So is anybody actually saying anything here?
Right now,
I'm gonna.
What was the last thing he said? I'm sorry, I was very distracted.
I'm sorry, but if you weren't paying attention, you weren't paying attention.
I was paying attention. It's just.
We will help them with a problem in returns for supplies and a boat to the surface.
I was writing down in my notebook.
In that case, for Phil's sake, since he was actually playing the game and not being annoying, she answers my prayers by delivering you. Help us, and you'll be rewarded for your service.
I'm purposely keeping away from the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a good deal, friend. And I just bow to him. Is that what do you need from us?
And Shusha will remain unharmed.
At which point, all the rest of the Kuotoans start to move.
That's what he's already said.
Start to move around you all and such in a similar manner to this man, like inspecting you, getting very close and like uncomfortably close into your personal space. But they don't seem hostile in it. They just seem to be curious, energetic. You're not sure, kind of combination of the two.
Are they coming close to me?
They are. They're going around the entire party.
In that case, I tell them to back off, stinking beast.
Roll intimidate.
Yeah.
Well,
what the fuck is my intimidate stat?
Charisma somewhere.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I have that.
It's just
say, I'd be surprised if you didn't take intimidate.
To note as well at this point, Darendil is breathing very heavily and is still not looking quite himself.
So is it Darendil?
Basically bent down, staring at the floor, claws reaching down, like breathing heavily, almost growling and rasping.
I don't get too close to him, but I also just speak quietly, just try and... It's okay, the fight is over.
Roll persuasion.
The fight is on! And I got 16 on intimidation.
The Kuotoan that approaches you kind of just looks at you from a bit of a distance and then backs off and carries around the rest of the group. Like, the rest of them seem to keep a distance away from you. The leader does say, and that one, he won't be any trouble, indicating Kamar.
14 persuasion.
Deception check?
Darendil lets out a breath that's much more breathy than growly. And finally, he stands up tall. Oh my, I seem to have taken a few wounds in the last kerfuffle. Oh, we have company.
I just kind of smile at him and say, if it becomes too much to bear, I can heal you, though. Given I only have one spell for the day, I would prefer to keep it for an emergency.
Well, I do hate to be a bother, but it does tend to hurt whenever I do anything.
It tends to hurt when I
bleed.
I just say, no, you fought admirably there, friend, and I'll cure wounds him.
Okay. How much are you getting for? How much is that, Phil?
I'm just trying to find out what I'm rolling for that, 'cause
it's a D8 plus your wisdom modifier.
Is it just a D8?
Per level.
Well, I'm only at first level still, so...
So 1D8 plus, yeah.
4.
Nice.
That puts me in double digits.
For what it's
I
worth,
feel
As a few of his
Markedly
wounds
better.
start to heal,
What
he's still
it's
looking very injured.
it doesn't have any effect on undead or constructs.
It affects him.
Good.
Okay,
So,
I'm out
I
of spell
think it'd
slots.
probably be a good idea if I got off of this boat, considering that stuff seems to be going on and we know these guys aren't hostile now. So
Yeah.
I'm going to climb down off the boat and make my way back to shore.
Okay. You make your way back to shore. The Kyotone again, as you approach, some of them actually move out into the water to swim around you and get close and actually investigate you. And as I say, they're just constantly moving, constantly investigating.
Let's not wait until
in fact,
after about water.
One of them does a loop around you and then moves immediately to the boat that you were just on and climbs up onto it. Starts walking around that.
So, Ploopeen. I think that was
Not
what you
easy, is
said.
it?
What?
Plooploopeen.
I think that's what you said.
Floopapine.
Plooploopeen.
Asked
Loop,
if
loop.
Kamar was going to be a problem, didn't he?
He did,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yes.
I'll say
I'm just sitting here snarling at all the people looking at me.
I'll say he angers easy. So if you, as long as you have,
You understand,
no-
I murdered a dude.
as long as you have no ill intent, I am sure he'll cause you no harm.
Taking a
that
moment
right?
to survey the
I'll give him a very
situation.
pointed look and say, "Isn't that right, Kamar?"
Taking a moment to survey the situation, considering the fact that they've offered us passage, and considering they're not being hostile, I will look around, snort, and then nod reluctantly, and like, yes.
We'll direct that anger
Like a
towards
sword.
something else later.
In that case, Floopapine says, "Anger that can be used. Yes, you will help me then."
This is the game of very stupid names.
Of course. What do you need,
I
friend?
think it's more just
Bean.
this race.
You will. I don't know. You will act as bait in a plan in which
Oh,
we
great.
will kill my daughter. Yes.
I noticeably start
I just
frowning
can't-
when he says this.
Right, so it's
I was
like
just gonna-
plan,
sorry,
great,
kill-
great.
kill your
Pl-
daughter.
Sacrifice. Right.
Yes.
Why are you killing your daughter?
Because she has led my people astray. She takes command. She is under the command of the great father, the Dimugugan.
The demon.
Dimugugan.
If you want to roll knowledge religion, you can do it.
Oh, I was waiting to roll
I'm sorry,
something.
this is how they speak.
Is this
No,
something we
got
can roll?
nothing.
Is this something we can roll on trade?
This is actually how it's like. This is actually a word that they have actively rewrote. It like they have actually rewrote it as Dimugugan.
It's the
Dimugugan.
fact that
Is this something we can roll on trained?
Yep.
You can roll everything.
I
on
will be
trained.
doing religion.
This is
14.
actually. You can also roll this as arcane if you want as well. Arcane works this one.
Also
Okay.
14.
Okay.
Nope, definitely religion.
Hey, 14.
20 religion.
I mean, so.
Is it a demagogue?
9.
Sorry.
So Cobalt, you recognise this name. Well, you actually recognise that this is very close to a name you recognise. You recognise the actual name as Demogorgon.
Yeah.
The
Ah!
Called it.
Sorry.
He is-
What did you say?
What's
I
that?
was busy screaming.
Demogorgon, the Prince of Demons, one of the greatest fiends in existence.
Now, I know what this is, but that's only because I've watched Stranger Things.
Yeah,
It's
they did do
been
it
in
justice.
Do you
D&D.
cast Fireball or do you run?
Wait, the Demogorgons and Stranger Things? Damn it,
Yeah.
I've not
Yeah,
seen
they
that
played
far
D&D
yet.
in that.
It's in the very first part of the very first episode.
They also
right.
refer to the monster throughout the series as the Demogorgon,
Yes.
because they've not got any other name for it. So, you
So I'm just. So I know that. I'm just kind of gonna go. Sorry, you said Demogorgon.
yes,
Demogorgon.
Demon Prince,
Oh,
abomination to the sea mother.
oh!
Oh! Okay.
You want us to be bait for?
Yes.
Ah.
I dislike
why
being
is your
used as-
daughter? I like to think Cobalt is actually a little high pitched at this point, legitimately.
Like the gears are grinding in his throat now.
Why does your daughter worship a demon prince? I'm assuming these ones here as well, gesturing to the dead guys.
Yeah, can we get rid of the dead guys, by the way?
Go for it.
No.
He says, she was faithful to the mother, but one day she just stopped, created a new temple, gained followers, built the temple. Now many worship the father, when the mother should be the one on top.
And actually, can I make a religion check on the mother?
Go for it.
Bleep, yeah.
Blibdul.
Yeah, that one.
Damn it, Mike. My mind was clean until you started laughing.
Can I do this very specifically? Like, does that remind me of any other demons or anything?
Yeah, go for it.
Nat 20 for 22.
Was that your second nat? No, wait, it was 18.
No, that's my first nat 20 of the night.
I had one right at the beginning of the game. That's probably why I was getting all those single-digit rolls.
You know, the Sea Mother is not a kind deity by any means of the word. But she is not.
She's not a demon.
She's not a demon. Yes, she is the Kurotoans worship her as the savior of their kind. They believe she was the one that freed them from their slavery to the Illithid. And as such, they worship her and pay her honors, whether that be through various treasures, various offerings of fish and other catches, through hunting or foraging. Sometimes some of the darker versions do sacrifice to her. She isn't, as I say, by any means, she's not a nice deity, but she is nicer than a demon, or she is the better of the two. She's the greater of the two.
She's the lesser of the two evils.
That's it. That's what I was meaning to say.
Yeah.
Which works out nicely for our new paladin, our paladin's new oath.
Let's be honest, it was a thin excuse at the best of times.
So, what you guys? Does anyone want to say anything or ask anything?
So, from my character's logic right now, I've gone through a roller coaster of emotion right here, because first I've gone like, oh god, there's more fish people turning up, must murder. Then like, no, these ones are peaceful. Oh good, now they're sniffing me. Like, you're gonna be nice, aren't you? And then demon.
To be fair,
between those two, there was being offered as bait first.
No, you said Demon Prince. You did.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No. He did say Prince of Demons though.
You're right. Yeah. So yeah.
So I specifically but after I made the check, I was like, I want to make sure I was understanding.
So yeah. So far, all Kamar knows about it is that they're opposing the demon threat effectively.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of say, is it not would it not make more sense to try and talk to your daughter, find why she turned to this path?
No, she must be killed.
I just love that logic. Like, shouldn't you, like, ground her or something before you jump straight to murder? No, we should kill her.
Kind of like find out why people are suddenly worshipping a demon.
The mother demands her death. Sloopadoop must be returned to the mother's grasp.
I accept your offer.
Good. This one is smart.
Just remember.
I noticeably go. Clearly, just accepting the compliment way too far. Brendan smiles.
Bear in mind, his offer was make us bait.
We shall offer you as sacrifices to them. Then, before they kill you, you and us shall attack. Get close.
Can I insight check this?
Yeah, go for it.
I guess I'll attempt to.
It's like, we promised we would sacrifice you, but we're going to sacrifice you.
Shit.
Straight D20. Oh, nice. +2.
You know what? They've been fine so far. I'm sure it'll be okay.
God fucking damn it with these rolls.
Yeah, join the club, Mike. I've burnt an inspiration on it as well, so I'm on 11.
Tell you what, fuck it. Can I use 2 inspiration dice or just 1 at a time?
One at a time,
I believe.
Never mind then. Yeah, I failed as well.
In that case, both of you just get the opinion that he is very much Like, he wants his daughter dead. Like, he will
Really?
trust him. He believes in this plan. He believes this plan will work. He tells you that that they will attack before you are killed, and in your mind it makes sense. Yes, you would be an extra attack force for here. You would be up next to them. You'd be near the front of the fray, so to speak. So you'd be able to attack and such. You take it for his word.
Encouraging. The fact we got that information on a failed roll is encouraging.
It's not necessarily a failed roll, bear in mind.
I was gonna say, you don't know what he rolled.
You failed.
It's also, he doesn't necessarily, like,
Yeah,
he's
he's not
just being completely upfront. It's a case of, we've got nothing to beat necessarily.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fine. I dislike being treated as bait, especially to fish people. It's a dreadful irony.
I was trying to say, could we perhaps leave it a day then, allow our party to rest and recover from the fight we've just had? We would be a better fighting force then.
I will smite evil wherever it stands, but I would like to take a nap first.
Then we will sleep on the boats. We must get to Sloopkatoop soon as we can. We will slow the ride so that you may sleep and rest, but we will still sail. We will take both boats for the room. At which point, a few of the other Kotones now move on to the other boat, whilst the rest of the force move back to the original boat they were on.
Did every single one of the Kyotoans from the first boat try to attack us?
Yes.
From the first boat, yes.
Because that's
even
just
the one that was on the tiller jumped off and swam to attack random.
That's just poor battle planning.
They
Never
did
leave the
have
boat
range,
unguarded.
bear in mind.
They
say.
they didn't really have much use for the boat if they all died, to be fair.
Yeah, if they're all dead, it doesn't matter.
So, are you guys doing anything else here? You want to talk, ask any questions?
I'll just kind of ask the NPCs how they feel about this.
Yeah, I would have a separate conversation with Topsy and Turvy after this.
So you're actually moving them aside out of this and like.
Once we're done with this particular conversation, we start moving. It'll probably be a case of sort of speaking to them towards the back of the group.
As you ask this, the first to reply is Eldif, who says, I'll trust all your judgment. You've not led us astray so far. We'll you haven't actually. Like, she's survived this long.
That's why it's funny. It's blind luck.
However, I'd warn caution. This is not a situation to be taken lightly. But we need supplies. We need a boat.
Nor would I expect us to go in without caution. At
which point, Jim Joss says, and I'd like to see how this works out personally. Like, I'm thinking that maybe either we all end up dead when everything goes wrong, the plan fails, or the priest guy betrays us and lands a killing blow, or just lets us be sacrificed before enacting his plan. It kind of makes a wager kind of pointless, but 10 gold says we all end up dead.
I think you talk too much.
I'll take that action.
Well,
there's no downside.
Just know I always collect my debts. Even death can't keep me away from me what I'm owed. Oh
God, he's a revenant.
The twins kind of look a little awkward.
I even kind of, after a little bit, I even pull out 10 gold and I go, here you go, I'm paying in just in case.
And he takes it. Why?
So you'll owe me 20 gold when I win.
That seems fair.
So what? Now you're a money lender.
He's basically a bank.
If we all die, I actually can't pay him.
Yeah, that's a good logic.
So the point is, I'm paying him now in case he does win.
Well, my one contribution to this conversation is, at the first sight of treachery, we strike them down.
At which point, I'll say Eldith. She says, yeah, that makes sense to me. I'd say striking them down treachery. That's good. That's good.
For the record, wasn't a question. It's a fact. This is happening.
But
you guys have real trust issues.
Lumina says,
It's so intense.
This ritual was supposed to be bait for. This is going to actually be interesting. I'd like to see it. I'd like to go close, see the fish people's town for what it is. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm curious. I'd be up for this. I'd be good for going for this plan. The twins are muttering to themselves, and Shusha says is actually nodding fairly rapidly for him, which is still very slowly, and saying, "Yes, we must bring my people enlightenment. We must go there."
Renan says, they're offering us everything we need, and all we have to do is kill somebody.
I mean, they're also asking us to be bait.
Well, if you can protect yourself, what's the issue?
What's this yourself thing? You're coming too.
That's right, but I can protect myself.
Can I just I want to go up to Shusha and just very, very quietly just kind of say, why do they call you a heretic then? Who do you worship?
I worship no one being. I follow a new way. My mind is free.
Hippie, gotcha.
You do not follow the Demigorgon, then?
No.
Or any of his ilk?
Demigorgon is a great evil.
I like the
I would
idea.
never.
I like the idea. He goes, I don't worship any one being because the Demigorgon has several heads.
I don't worship
Technically,
anyone
like
being.
5
have you
beings.
seen how many demons there are?
I don't worship any one being. Praise be to the hive mind.
Are you asking anything else, Cabal?
We are legion.
No.
All right. In that case, I think that conversation wraps up, and Flint, you kind of managed to get a second alone with the twins. What are you saying?
I noticed something when we were under attack. Then, what manner of magic is it that you have that allows you to so easily deflect those attacks?
Turvy kind of looks almost a little panicked at his sister and kind of backs up away from you, very obviously scared. Topsy,
I'm not trying to be threatening, by the way. I'm just inquisitive.
I know this. Just immediately you mentioning this seems to panic him for some reason. She looks at you and says, "What? No, we're just very good at. We're just very nimble. Very hard to hit us little gnomes. Did you see Jim Jar take a hit in the fight? No, we're just very quick. I just dodged the attacks. That's all.
I did see you get hit several times.
I'm good at dodging with the attack, right? It hits. I move to the side. It's a dodge.
No, we're not wizards. Shut up. You're a wizard.
Her?
Roll an insight.
Probably not.
I'm not a demon. You're
probably not. I probably do believe her rather.
Yeah, you take it for a word. Like, you actually start thinking back and think, actually, yeah, those attacks, maybe they could, like in the heat of battle, maybe it looked like she was getting hit and it was the panic of, oh no, that's an ally going down, kind of putting that in your mind. But thinking back, yeah, she was twisting her hips, she was moving back. Yeah, no, she was just dodging. She was just very skilled at dodging. Like, some of the best dodging you've seen.
She was letting her she was so light that when she was getting stabbed, she was just jumping and the spears were just pushing her back instead.
No, it was more a case of she was basically moving her body in a way that whenever the spear hit her, she was moving away from the spear, so that it got to at the end of its point, and then she moved back. Like that's the way you remember it now. Like that happened. That was the situation.
Cool.
Anything else?
My mind is being put completely at ease.
She says, "Good, yeah."
My mind's being put completely at ease. I'm just taking her for a word.
We don't like being taken anywhere and put in any position where we're bait or might be sacrificed. So, I don't think we're gonna come with you. I don't think we want to come this way.
If you leave now, if it's just the two of you, considering how dangerous it is down here, do you think there's a chance you might not? How far do you think you'll be able to make it? How far do you need to go?
I don't know. She kind of looks over at her brother. She says, "I just want to keep Turvy safe. We'll find somewhere. I don't have anywhere to go, but I don't want to go. I know I don't want to go there. Not this way."
Surely the safest thing for both of you would be if we stay as a group.
Roll persuasion.
Come on, Matt, you can do this.
I hope I can.
Unfortunately, I'm role playing, which means I don't give a fuck.
19.
Not bad.
She seems to think for a second and says, if this happens, if that fish betrays us, can you keep us safe? Will you promise you'll try to keep us safe?
I'll do everything in my power to keep you both safe. I promise.
Is that a legitimate promise, or is that a...
Yeah, no, it's a legitimate promise.
In that case, she...
Why would I say something like that and lie to them? What sort of terrible person to take
I was just going to... If it was a lie, it was going to be a deception roll. If not, what you just said is basically enough to cover for the roll, so I was just double-checking. She looks at you and says, then we'll come with you. Just know, if whatever decisions you all make brings harm to my brother, I will not hesitate. And she kind of stops the thought there, and you can tell she is very much struggling with her decisions right now. Like, it's rock hard place, not really So she just turns back to her brother and is basically calming him, and they start moving off towards the boat that is docked on the shore.
I understand what she's saying. It's basically, if any harm comes to him, she's going to get us all.
Basically, yeah. Like, if you what she basically said, the drift of what she said is, if you kill her brother or get him killed, she won't forgive you.
Right.
So
try to avoid that.
Fair.
Yeah.
You were all. Anybody else doing anything before you're getting on the boats, before you're resting?
Nope.
Okay. The on the boats, you kind of split up into two halves just so you can fit on the boats. Bear in mind, each boat is crewed by about half the Kuotoans, all of which, again, beyond the person on the tiller, are moving around, constantly moving, like walking from one side of the boat to the other. This not only makes it fairly uncomfortable that you have to basically be dodging Kuotoans consistently, it also means the boat is constantly rocking. And any of you with any sort of frailty, like that might even be close to having seasickness, it is just worsened by this. Like, the boat just does not stop rocking the entire time.
Does that mean we get a proper rest then?
They are good for their word though, and after about 2 hours, they set anchor, and you are told that this is where we will wait for 8 hours whilst you sleep, whilst you regain your power.
I would have asked them how long it takes to reach our destination. If they said 2 hours, I would have done my ritual to summon my Book of Shadows.
That's fine. You can do that during that time.
Okay, cool.
As you were doing this, nice. You constantly throughout the ritual have these Kuotoans like moving up, getting in your personal space, trying to figure out what you're doing. Like, you've basically drawn a chalk circle on the boat. Like, a few times, it actually takes you longer to do this ritual than you'd expect, just because several times a Kuotoan moves up, steps in your circle, rubs out like the foot rubbing off a bit of the chalk, and you have to redo everything. It's a very annoying situation to be in. Eventually, you manage to convince them, we'll say, to stop stepping on your stuff, stop getting in your way, and just through the help of Plupopine, who seems to be wanting you at your fullest power, you're able to get this ritual off eventually without any disturbance from these Kuotoans. But it does take you a while. Like,
that's fine.
It's very annoying. It's kids trying to find out what you're doing, like asking constantly, "What you doing?"
I think it'd be easier if we just called him Ploop.
Plupopine.
Wouldn't make it any less funny.
So, you're all with the boats anchored. You're basically looking out. All that there is around you is water, like very calm, very still water. Like, there is just darkness beyond that. This is a very eerie situation to be in. In a few situations, you can actually, at first, you almost think you're out under the night sky again as you see slight lights in the roof, although you eventually realise that they are probably more so some glowing fungus or other underground phenomenon or something, just shedding little bits of light that make it almost look like the rare star on the rooftop. You settle in for the night. I'm guessing that are you setting up a watch, or are you just trusting the Kyoto to their word?
Where are we sleeping?
On the boat.
Like,
there's no roofed area. There's nothing. You just basically it's basically a raft with walls and a tiller.
Is there
Rendon at least trusts them in the fact that they've seen what we've done, and they realise that they actually need creatures of our power to actually do what they want. So they wouldn't, if they're going to betray us, it certainly isn't going to be now. It's going to be after we've done what they want. So Rendon's going to take a good night's sleep.
For the sake of, it'll be tomorrow that we find out if once we're certain that everything's going to be going okay. I'm gonna keep watch tonight.
Okay.
I'll also keep as much watch as I can while still getting my rest.
How long are you going to keep watch for? Bearing in mind they said they'd anchor for 8 hours.
Yeah.
They want to be back as soon as possible.
What would you say in regards to sorcerer spell recharge? Would you need the full sort of 8 hours rest in order to get the?
You'd need 6 hours sleep plus your 2 hours, which we say is allowed for the rest. I would say if it's undisturbed, you would get the spells back after the 8 hours, I'll say, but you don't gain the health, and you do have the chance of gaining a level of exhaustion. In fact, you would just gain a level of exhaustion.
I know Flint, though, so I would actually be saying I'll keep an eye out as much as I can.
So that covers 6 hours a night.
Because I can...
You can do 4 hours, Flint can do 2.
Sorry?
You can do 4 hours, Flint can do 2 for free, basically.
And I do also mention that I also remind him that I am still aware even while I am resting.
Does that ease Flint's mind at all? Like, do you get your...
I mean, this is more keeping watch because I've promised the Topsy and Turvy would.
Okay, fair enough.
And I also just ask Eldith if she wouldn't mind just keeping... I don't call it a watch, but just like keep an eye out.
For what it's worth, I think considering this situation, I would imagine that Flint made an effort to be on the same boat as Topsy and Turvy. Cobalt probably made an effort to be on the same boat as Flint along with Stool.
Yeah.
So in this situation, most of the other ones are probably, including Eldith, are on the other boat. Right. So you don't really get the chance to... you can't speak quietly to her, at least, like without going from this boat to the other boat, which would be a bit of a pain. And you don't know what's in the water. Like it's calm, but foreboding.
I find a hammock and take a sleep.
There is no hammock. You just lying on the wooden floor.
I wish I had a hammock and have a sleep.
I asked Turvy then. Turvy's the female one?
Topsy is the female.
Topsy. I asked Topsy if she's okay to just keep an eye out for those 2 hours that I am more aware of things than most while I'm sleeping. So
she nods
if she just says my name, I should be able to help.
She just nods and says, you promised to keep us safe. I'll do my best to keep you safe.
I say, certainly. I've done my best with this one here, and I kind of gently put a hand on Stool.
Mm-hmm.
I aim to keep everyone here safe and alive to the best of my abilities.
As this is happening, Kamar, you are kind of finding a place as far away from the fish people's typical walk patterns, although it's difficult as possible to find a place to sleep, when Eldith steps over to you and says, in common, wait for that to, says in common, can I have a quick word, Kamar? I have a favor to ask of you, if possible.
I roused from my near slumber and ugh, if I must.
You seem at least to be one of a righteous faith, if not one with temper, but you seem at least focused in the right direction. So I was hoping. She just kind of look over her shoulders, this watching the curtain, not as if like to see if they're watching her or like listening in, but more of a like just glancing at them and taking in what's happening.
Somehow.
Like, yeah, as if they're part of the thought process or something. And she says, I'm not convinced all of us will be getting out of here alive. And I don't... Of all the people here, I don't envy my chances more than any other. So, but I would at least wish for me kin to know of my fate should I fall. I would ask that should I fall whilst in your companionship, you would return my mace and shield to my kin.
Okay. I take a. Is she handing them to me or?
No. She's like, saying if she falls.
Right.
Like, you do know. Like, I will say this is a like being from a temple like thing. You have dealt with dwarves before. You do actually know this is a very
yeah. Dwarves one of the few people I'm not tremendously racist about. Like I say, they're the okay people. They're like tiny humans.
They are almost human.
They are stout humans.
So this isn't at all like a surprising request, but what do you say?
Take one look up and down, and I say, if you would fall in righteous battle, your exploits would be known across the land as the person who died in the service of smiting evil.
I don't care much about across the land, but as long as my kin know, that's all I. If I have your word, that'll put some ease in my mind at least. Thank you.
I sort of lean back to try and get back to sleep, and as doing so, half sleepily say, "Consider it done," and try to go back to sleep.
She lets you go at that point and walks off. Mm-hmm. Similarly, Renlin, shortly after your ritual's done, towards the end of the ritual, you do notice you're being watched by Pepido, the Darrow, the little grey-skinned, white-haired, gnomish creature. He lets you perform the ritual without interruption, but then as it finishes, as you are holding the tome in your hand, the blackened book that almost seems to emanate smoke, he approaches and says, "So that's a fancy ritual there. What's that do? What's the book? What is that all about? What is that? Where your power comes from? Like you seem to cast spells. Like is that where spells come from? Do you have to do perform a ritual like that? I've seen you do similar things during the rest. Like is that a thing or what?
Can I hear this?
I actually don't know which boat I'm on.
You're on the same boat. You're on the same boat as Kamar. We'll say. Like the other two are on the boat. On this boat.
Can I hear this? Because if so, I'm pick something up and throw it at and say, "Shut up! I'm trying to sleep."
This is actually around the same time you're talking with Eldith. Like this is happening somewhat fluidly. So this is happening as Eldith's talking to you.
That's okay because Redland's kind of like he doesn't really want to answer that question. He's just like. So he just sort of sits there, sort of blank faced while she's talking. All of a sudden, like dunks, like shut up. So Brennan's just like.
This is like happening at the same time as the conversation.
Yeah. In this case,
I'm not breaking this conversation to have that one. So yeah.
So with knowing that Kamar isn't throwing anything, are you doing anything else? You just blank staring the sky.
It depends. How does Thingy react?
To what?
To having something thrown at his head.
We've just.
They don't throw it at his head.
He's not throwing anything at him. This is happening whilst Kamar is speaking to Eldith, so he doesn't hear this.
Okay. It's like it's not a source of power. It's what I am my source of my own power. This is just information, shall we say?
Very interesting. I don't suppose you'd be willing to share that information. I'd love a look through the little book. It's very interesting.
If you try to look through this book, I will kill you. Good night.
Roll intimidation.
I don't really have to roll something for this, but okay.
It's like, I'm going to kill you, and then you fall asleep. And it's like...
Okay.
What the fuck is my intimidation thing? Is this the one thing I haven't made a macro for? I think it might be. Yep, okay, right. Can't believe I've missed this. Right, hang on. Where's my intimidation? $19.
He's taken aback a bit and says, valuable indeed. All right, I'll leave me. I'm not gonna push. If you don't want to share the information, you don't have to share the information. Information is not a free source. It is a currency we can use to bargain for other things. Maybe in the future,
Now
think of something that you want to bargain for. At this point, an empty
the nearest throwable object, whatever it is.
A little satchel which would have contained a few rations flies through the air and smacks the Darrow in the side of the head. And goes, what the hell? What's happening? Oh, I'll leave it to it then.
I'm trying to sleep.
Sorry. At which point he moves to the other side of the boat and leaves you in peace.
Yeah.
And is anybody else doing anything during the night?
Nope.
Hopefully sleeping. It's been difficult.
Just on the 2 hours there, actually, I'd have asked anyone on my boat if they needed any weapon or armor or ammunition or anything.
None of them.
Specifically Topsy and Turvy, really.
Topsy tells you, no, my our picks. We're used to fighting with these. We've got crossbows as well. I think. Pretty sure they do.
I think. We've got crossbows. Oh wait, no.
Says, we've got crossbows as well. We'll be fine. But thank you anyway.
Shields or armor?
No.
It'd have to be metallic, but
I prefer to move. As I told your friend before, we're more agile. I don't want to just stand there and take a hit like you dum-dums.
That's just rude.
I just kind of knock my shield a bit and like nothing's hitting me anytime soon.
She just smiles at you as if like in reference to her own little joke kind of thing.
Yeah.
In a situation like.
It's just she's kind of like, I bet I could hit you.
Basically. In that case, the night actually passes peacefully. It's uncomfortable sleeping on these boats, especially filled with these Kuotoans. You notice what at first you believe that the Kuotoans don't seem to sleep, although some of them do stop and seem to sit or lay down. Others still keep moving around, and especially the fact these fish-like beings have no eyelids, it's hard to tell when they're sleeping. However, eventually some of you start to realize that actually it seems that sleepwalking is a thing amongst the Kuotoans quite commonly, as they keep on the move pretty much consistently throughout the night. Like some of them stay laid or sitting for maybe an hour at a time, but then even seemingly in a sleep-like state, start moving about. But you've had some rough nights. You've been through hell in the last week or so, and you are exhausted. You eventually drift off to sleep and get a night. I'm not going to say a good night's rest, but you get a night's rest. You get the long rest benefits.
Woohoo.
The following morning, you set off once more
and spells. Natural.
And start your way towards Sloopledup.
Sloopledoop.
Alright, Sloopledoop.
Shoop the whoop.
I mean, these can be different places for all I fucking know.
Yeah.
In the distance, you do, as the boat starts to get closer, you see small lights lighting up what looks to be a town made up of strange, I want to say wooden, but then they're not wooden looking at them. They are made of some sort of organic looking, like bark-like material that you don't recognize. Wooden buildings these buildings built linked by rope bridges all over. Like it doesn't seem like any of these buildings stands alone. All of them are linked up by 1, 2, many more rope bridges.
1, 2, many.
1, 2, 3, many lots.
Sorry, I went grog there. But yeah, this is a town of buildings and bridges. And as Sloopledup comes into view and the boat starts to make its way towards the nearest pier, that's where we're going to leave it for today's episode of Out of the Abyss.
We've finally arrived at Sloopledoop.
Oh, you took what? Yeah. 4 sessions?
Hey, the Underdark itself is a big part of this adventure. Don't expect to be getting to go from city to city, session by session.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I will say now, I'm very much looking forward to next session.
I would
But
imagine
that's
so, considering the
build
mission we've
everything.
just got.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go murder
So,
people.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
I do enjoy some lovely, lovely murder.
I mean, we are about to go murder a cleric of Demogorgon, so
It can only end well.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, cleric of a demon. That's a dead person in Renan's book.
I mean,
No.
all I'm saying is
Aren't you a warlock
it's
of a
out of the
demon?
abyss.
Hmm.
So
I don't know,
who's a
Matt.
warlock of.
clues in the name.
You don't know who I'm a warlock of, Matt.
Yep.
That's what I like about warlocks. They're so open.
Yeah, except for like 2 of them, which is basically you are a warlock of this thing, or you are a warlock of this thing.
I just for the sake of the stream, I'm going to stop the D&D stream now. However, Mike, Phil, Hots.
They can do.
Oh, I see.
Just the worst.
You guys in your videos.
Yeah, I love me some
Don't
Hots.
act like
got,
you.
got to get them their crates and stuff.
But yes,
Don't act like
that
you
is the end of the
wouldn't have
D&D
joined
stream.
us.
Yes, I'm gonna stop the stream there. I'll be back on my stream for some more.
Thank you all
Hots
for
in about
watching, though.
10 minutes. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks for playing, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.